It's the Bob and Tom Show.
You love his plain-speaking, straight-shooting, no-nonsense approach to solving callers' problems. You tune in to his nationally syndicated talk show every day to hear the wise insight and savvy advice he gives to his callers.
You see, caller, what you got there is a can opener. You use it to open cans.
A can opener? Huh. I never made the connection. Thanks, Mr. Obvious. You're a lifesaver.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for, caller.
He's Mr. Obvious, America's favorite answer man. There's not a situation that he can't handle with his sage-like wisdom and his quick-draw wit.
Well, waste not, want not, caller.
And now, Bob and Tom Productions is proud to present a side of Mr. Obvious you never heard before.
Ah, I hit my head. Damn, that's smart. Was my mic on?
Now you can hear for the first time the Mr. Obvious that the censors didn't want you to hear. It's Mr. Obvious, too hot for radio. Mr. Obvious, too hot for radio. We can't even play it for you in this commercial. It's just too hot.
So, Mr. Obvious, I can't figure out why it's not working.
Oh, well, I can tell you why it's not working.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
It's because you're a stupid idiot. That's why it's not working, you dumb.
What?
Cut. John, you can't say that on the air.
Look, I'm sorry, but what the this dip doesn't even know how to operate his toaster? Come on, Bill. Don't we have anyone screening these damn calls?
All right. Settle down, John.
Don't settle down, John, me. And where the are those pictures I was supposed to see? Get down on the phone. If I don't get those pictures in here by 2 o'clock, I'm going to walk off this mother. You hear me, Bill? Hey, I'm not you. I've got money. You know what that means, Bill? That means I've got enough money that I can say you, Bill. Now give me some decent callers on the phone. These calls are ponderous, man. Ponderous.
All right, John, we'll take care of it.
And where's my orange smoothie? Damn it! I asked for a damn orange smoothie like 20 minutes ago.
Mr. Obvious, raw, uncut, uncensored.
So you see my point, caller?
But no, I don't, Mr. Obvious. That's got to be the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I'm sorry, wait a minute. What did you say, you piece of
You heard me.
Look, we've got caller ID. I'm going to have a couple of my gorillas down there getting medieval on your ass. How do you like that, Mr. Tuffy? Huh? I'll make you think stupidest thing you ever heard. I'll be watching from my yacht while the cops are fishing your bloated carcass out of the river next week, pal.
Hey, look, take it easy, Mr. Obvious. I was just kidding.
Oh, yeah, just kidding, huh? Sounds like you just made the connection, right? You just made the connection, didn't you, mother? Huh?
To order Mr. Obvious too hot for radio, call 1-800-EAT. That's 1-800-EAT.
And so, Mr. Obvious, that was the last time I ever saw her alive.
Oh, I'm sorry, caller. You've obviously mistaken me for someone who gives a
Don't be a moron. Order your tapes today. Holy
Oh, Mr. Obvious, more than a little upset there. I don't know what that's all about.
Everybody has a bad day.
Yeah. How about you? It's the Bob and Tom Show. Hello, Christy.
Hi, Chick.
Hello, Pat Godwin.
Hey, chick.
Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Hey, chick.
There he is. There's Ace Cosby.
Chick.
Manning the track phone hotline. Hot phone.
That's a hot phone.
Willie Griswold
That
is
hot
here.
man. He's Trickster.
What's going on? You being sexy for Ace?
I'm getting ready for Allie Breen and Sexy Time.
Oh.
Wow, this is as early as it possibly can be for you.
I was trying to warm
Start
up the
hammering
voice.
away at that.
Do you think your voice is sexier in the morning or in the evening?
I don't know what it's doing right now, but I've never been madder in my life. I'm Chick, and here's Tom.
Kind of a warbling thing going on in there.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay, we'll solve that problem. By the way, that episode of the Mr. Obvious Show and many others are now on Spotify.
Just loading a bunch of the Bob and Tom classics onto Spotify. Only a handful are up, but I know that episode of the Mr. Obvious Show is one of them.
Cool.
So if you're a Spotify fan, you can listen to some of those classics out there beginning this morning. So there you go. Now, we have a lot to get to today, and we will be joined by Allie Breen later for Sexy Time.
Okay.
Maybe we should do a special first break edition of Sexy Time one of these mornings.
You make her get up this early.
Yeah, make her get up a little earlier once in a while.
Right. She should just say no. In fact, I'm going to text her later when she's up. So when Tom asks you, say no.
Say no.
Yeah. She'll do it. It'll be fun.
Will it?
With all our travel, she might be in the right time zone.
Yeah, if she's traveling to Europe.
Even in the right time zone.
Yeah, if she's in England.
Yeah, hey.
Noon.
We got a good thing going here. Why do you want to complicate this?
Because I think
That's what he does.
There are a certain set of people, we call them members of the Morning Breath Club, that
I hope you all got your T-shirts.
only here for this first break. It's kind of this club of folks that get up early. And we as I've said many times, first of all, I think there should be a tax break for people who get up and work early, i.e. no income tax whatsoever, anything done before 8 a.m., or if you're a hardworking school teacher or a firefighter or a cop. I say no income tax, but that's why I'm not president. But the point being, for those that get up early, they've probably never heard an episode of Sexy Time. Do you want to explain the Sexy Time show, Christy?
Well, it's easy. We have people that send letters to Allie, and Allie brings them to us, and then we throw our 1 cent in.
Yeah, we don't quite have the two, do we?
No, we don't.
We help out with love problems.
Well, I don't know that we help much.
And Josh's answer to virtually all of them is communicate.
Right.
That's right.
Say what's on your mind.
Josh is the most mature guy in this room.
And that's sad, isn't it? And I don't disagree.
I don't know about that. But, it is sad if it's true.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think you
Well,
But I also have never...
He always says, well, you guys should talk. Communication. And we all know in a relationship, it's impossible to communicate.
Well, you've never been married, so...
Yeah, no. So take what I say with a grain of salt, if not many.
But a lot of the letters are very exciting. They involve things like stolen panties and and cell phones that are being monitored.
There are a lot of trust issues.
Yeah, a lot
in
of
the world.
spying going on.
Yeah.
But I'll ask Allie if she maybe next week would like to do a special early edition of Sexy Time.
Well, don't ask her if she would like to, because she won't. But you can ask her if she will.
Yeah, I think she'll do it. It'll be fun. And as Ace says, odds are, I mean, at least half the time she's not at home. She's either in California, Florida,
The Hamptons.
Cape Cod, the Hamptons, New York City. She's all over the place. So, Ace, you may be right. If she's in England,
might be in Turks and Caicos and London.
She's been She's been in the Caribbean.
So check local listings, but you want Allie to wake up at like 3 a.m., 2 a.m. to call in?
If she's in California.
Sure.
That's brutal.
Well, no, what if she can just stay up late?
Comedian.
And she might be just getting home.
You know what? Yeah, this is going to be a fun thing. Allie should call in at 6 a.m.
You know, she's a comedian. It's not like she's putting in 9 to 5. I think we can all agree on that.
What is this? Why are you criticizing Allie now?
I'm not. I'm just saying. I don't know. She's so lazy and can't get up early like we do. Coming up, a special early edition of Today in History.
Oh.
Special birthday. Again.
You're just flipping everything around today.
Yes, I am. I tell you what, why don't we do it?
Upside down day?
Can we do
Did
it
I
right
miss
now?
something?
Can you find the music? I'm just going to do part of it.
Time now for Today in History. Here's Tom.
Okay, today's August 24th.
He doesn't know yet. Okay.
And there's a bunch of, it's really sad stuff like Mount Vesuvius erupting and
that's a big
some other stuff like that.
Yeah.
But what I want to get right to is birthdays.
Okay.
First off, you'll know this one, Josh. 1934, Kenny Baker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was either C-3PO or R2-D2.
R2-D2.
Okay.
Was he actually in that thing?
I think, yeah. I think he was in there rolling around.
Wow.
No.
Because I feel like I've seen a picture of them lifting him out of it.
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did he put
Wow,
his
is right.
feet underneath to move like the cars in the Flintstones?
I have no idea. I don't really know.
Wow. But the birthday I want to get to, actually, there are many, many important ones, but I want to get to this one. 1964, happy birthday, comedian Dana Gould.
One of the finest.
Great friend of the show. And we actually have a piece of Dana talking about his birthday.
I was born on August 24th, 1964, which is 9 months and 2 days after the Kennedy assassination.
Oh.
Wow.
Which tells you all you need to know about how my father processes grief. And now when I see the footage of the assassination, I get nervous because I realize if he misses, I might not be here. Hurry up! He's almost at the underpass!
Wow.
One of many funny stories about the Kennedy assassination.
Yes, indeed.
You know, they lost his brain. Do you know
What do you
this?
mean they lost his brain?
By the way, Google this. Do not take my word for it. They took the brain out of his head to weigh it, and then it went away. And the theory is that
someone?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. They think that the Kennedy family had it removed so it wouldn't become some sort of grisly artifact. I like to think that 10 years after the Kennedy assassination, when you were elected president, the first thing they did was they took you down into the basement of the CIA where you met a very special chimp. We're having a lot of problems with the economy. Well, the problem is the lira is sinking everything in England. Let me throw my poop at the wall and see what sticks. I'll come back.
Dana Gould and his classic take on the Kennedy assassination. And happy birthday, Dana.
Yes.
Once again, 9 months and 2 days after the assassination. A couple things I want to get to, but first I'm going to remind you of something. This portion of the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by our friends at Roman, famous on this show for their fine work in the world of ED, erectile dysfunction, and how to fix it. Right now, you've been hearing about low T a lot. That stands for low testosterone. And if you're wondering what your testosterone levels are, the Roman folks have an at-home testosterone test kit. Now, the Roman Testosterone Test Kit cannot diagnose if you have low T, but it can help you decide if you want to further investigate the potential cause of your symptoms with your healthcare provider. Roman sends you an easy-to-use kit, step-by-step video instructions. They even cover free 2-day shipping to and from your house. Take the test before 10 a.m. and ship it back the same day. What are you going to get? A PDF. Downloadable, easy-to-read file, breaks it all down for you. Then you can choose to schedule a free consultation to go over your results with a U.S.-licensed healthcare professional. Check it out at GetRoman.com/BT show today for your at-home testosterone test kit. $69 total. That's GetRoman.com/BT show. Do some investigation into what low T means and take that special test. When we come back, we have lots of interesting news today, including white rhinos, gummy bears, Dolly Parton, and Snoop Dogg has something special coming out. We'll find out about all those things. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Frank Caliendo, Mark Allison here with you as we roll through a Wednesday together, August the 24th. On the way, Jessica Alsman from the Bits and Pieces podcast. We also call her Scorched Earth. You'll find out why when she comes on the show. She likes to give her opinion when Allie Breen has her relationship letters, and that's why we call her Scorched Earth. Comedian relationship expert Allie Breen, as I mentioned, also on this morning in the 9 o'clock hour with letters from our listeners about their relationships. We try to help out. It's called Dear Allie. Tom likes to call it Sexy Time. That's on the way as well on this Wednesday. We like to call it Hump Day. There's a lot of things we like to do around here, including making you smile. So we're glad you're here joining us all morning long. Jessica Alsman, Allie Breen, and you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News. House of the Dragon landed as the most watched series premiere ever for HBO. According to Nielsen, nearly 10 million people watched the Game of Thrones prequel on its first night Sunday, either by streaming or linear TV. That's still probably less than half the number of folks who will eventually see the episode. HBO's been building anticipation for this series all summer. A moldy, waterlogged mess of reel-to-reel and cassette tapes that have been infested with mice has been resurrected as a box set of Blondie music. The music had been stored in guitarist Chris Stein's barn outside Woodstock, New York for decades. Producer Ken Shipley says, unlike a hard drive, analog tapes are very resilient. Shipley and co-producer Steve Rosenthal cleaned up the tapes with the band's blessing to create the 124-track set Blondie Against the Odds. It comes out on Friday. And the National Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame finally has a home. The small Mississippi Delta town of Marks will house the facility that will honor R&B musicians. Local authorities say the facility should be finished in 2 or 3 years. More than 200 artists have been inducted into the Hall of Fame since it was founded in 2013, including Ray Charles, B.B. King, Donna Summer, and the Supremes. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach. Now, I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. He was a high school wrestling coach. So I wrestled, and my mom was into music, so I played the clarinet in the band, which they made fun of me, especially the guys on the wrestling team, especially my best friend, Huey Baker. He was a black guy. He's one of those guys that would just get a hold of something and never shut up. And like, look at Greg, man. Greg played a flute. It's a clarinet, Huey. It's a flute, Greg. You a flute man. Look at little flute man, Greg. Flute your flute, Greg. Little flute man, Greg. He'll be on the bus going to a match. He'll be real quiet, and all of a sudden you hear, "Up, 2, 3, 4. What the hell we fighting for? Flute man." It's embarrassing when you're out there wrestling and you hear, "Hit him with your flute, Greg."
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
In the studio with us, comedian Mike McRae. I understand you're a big Indiana Jones guy. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah. That's my favorite movie series ever, man. And those movies are always like, when I went to college, I would watch those all the time. I'd be like that would be the professor to have for any kind of class. Because he just... Every semester he just, takes off for 3 or 4 weeks to save the world or find some Inca staff in Peru or something, Like he walks into the first day. All right, class, my name's Dr. Indiana Jones. I'll be your professor for Archaeology 101. His dad busts in the door. Junior, Dad, I'm teaching class here. Junior, there's no time. Rommel Zombie's about to uncover the sword of destiny in a Vandalic horde in Tunisia. Look, I can't just go chasing after some sword all the time. It's not just any sword, Junior. It's Balmung. Balmung. The legendary sword of Siegfried, bestowed by his widow upon Theodoric the Ostrogoth before the slaughter of the Burgundians, and then lost for 1,000 years. Class is like, I don't know what he's talking about, but yeah, go find it. Go save the world. We'll be here when you get back. We'll be at the bar, or the speakeasy, or whatever they had back then. It'll be perfect. Class is partying afterwards. Hey, man, what I tell you every semester?
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick desk.
And I can't help but notice, Chick, that you are flashing one of the first signs of fall the hoodie.
I've got the hoodie on today. A little chilly. Needed something on my head, I thought.
Hoodie weather.
I could see my breath walking in this morning. It was a little chilly, check local listening.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I did this. And a little steam coming out of my face. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Willie Griswold here.
Don't want to brag. Got the pullover in the car.
All right.
All right. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Well, thank you very much. Got a couple things to clarify. Christy, do you remember the story yesterday about the pizza brawl that took place? And we had a couple technical questions about it.
We had a pizza spear.
Something called a pizza spear. And then
it happened at a Papa John's in Maryland. Apparently, an unruly customer was fended off with a pizza spear. The 40-year-old customer complained a pizza he had purchased was missing garlic sauce. We all know how fine a product that is.
Absolutely.
As well as pepperoncinis, and so he started arguing with the 26-year-old employee. The suspect allegedly went behind the counter, chased the employee around the store, attacked him with one of those metal pizza paddles, but the employee grabbed a pizza spear and stabbed the man in self-defense.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Once again, it is a testament to how good the garlic sauce is, certainly.
Right.
We weren't familiar with the pizza spear.
So we all know that long paddle-like thing that they stick in the pizza oven. Got this explanation from Nick, writes Dear Bob and Tom Show.
Nicky boy.
The pizza spear is used for popping air pockets in the crust that forms in the pizza when it's in the oven.
How about that? All right.
So a pizza spear and a pizza paddle are two different things.
So it's kind of like a harpoon that you stick in there to... So
Willie, what's the paddle called?
The peel.
Okay. So you have a peel and a spear.
I looked it up online yesterday, and it's almost like they're sold in like sets of 3 or 5 like pizza tools, almost like you'd sell like fireplace tools. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does it have one of those racks you stick next to the fireplace? Yeah, well, that's good to know. Thank you very much. They should have clarified what a pizza spear was in this story, but
well, I think that if you're in the business,
sometimes I like the bubbles in the crust.
Me too. I do too. Yeah. I like them.
Character. What about the ricotta cheese? That's like a little bubble on top of the pizza. You like that?
I like that.
Where it's not cheese all over the over the surface. It's like little blobs.
Exactly.
Yeah, that tastes real good sometimes.
Oh, I love it.
Now, are you a knife and fork guy, or do you like to slice it, pick it up, and fold it?
Both. Yeah, it depends. I'm a knife and fork guy with very, very hot pizza or deep dish. But when I get a pepperoni, when I get a Papa John's, I typically pick it up and fold. Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations to the pizza parlor employee that stabbed this jerk.
I didn't.
Yeah, but he had a shield. Why didn't he use it? The guy had the pan thing. He's got the...
This is ridiculous that this poor guy had to defend himself like this, but I wouldn't mind seeing the video. A medieval pizza bria fight.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Make these two guys wear togas.
And isn't the little Caesar guy wearing a toga, right?
As a matter of fact, he may be holding a pizza spear.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I've never seen this pizza spear in action, though.
Nor have I.
Nor have I.
But I don't spend a lot of time. Believe it or not, I'm not sitting there watching pizza being prepared.
Oh, what do we got back there?
You guys hear that one?
Look at this one.
Yeah.
Well, there are.
Oh, it's LeBron.
Okay.
I can name 3 places where you watch them cook it. They've got the big glass thing, or there's one of them where the kitchen's right there.
Yeah, and you can see them put it in the big...
they got the big pizza paddle, and...
They throw the dough up. You see that?
I love that. Yeah. That is harder than it looks, by the way.
It must be.
Can I say the least cool thing I've ever said? My favorite pizza in Chicago is at a Whole Foods. And it's like the brick oven thing, and they put it in, you got to watch it.
Yeah.
I swear it is incredible.
I have no doubt that it's good.
But I mean, if Chicagoans would be
they'd be
very,
upset.
very upset.
And it's not tavern style, and it's not deep dish. It's kind of like New York style, but that's why I like it. You can't get New York style in a lot of places up
Thousands of families, the heritage, making pizza. You want to go to Whole Foods.
I know.
Yeah, I did.
You want to eat that Bezos pizza?
It's actually kind of convenient. If you return something, you can do it right at the store. So.
Okay, well, let's see. Also, we've got some cool requests coming up, but I just wanted to clarify that. By the way, if you were listening later in the show yesterday, our guest was a distinguished world record holding eater Joey Chestnut.
Yes,
the man.
And Mr. Chestnut.
Jojo Munches, we call him.
Last evening, I think we're going to have to call him Colonel Joe from now on because he stuffed kernels of popcorn inside his mouth, and he apparently has attained the world record.
All right.
Good for him.
Popcorn eating, and it was a complicated formula. It was something, I forget how many boxes he had to eat in 8 minutes.
Wow.
Like 15, I think.
But it was, there's a video of this, we'll link to it. As he was eating it, he was kind of wetting it down. It's not especially appetizing.
I was so happy to talking about chicken wings yesterday. I've never met a man as enlightened about chicken wings as I am. Talking to you bozos all day about chicken wings.
You could just slice the passion with a knife in half.
That was his favorite.
It was a pleasure to watch.
His favorite thing to eat is, in fact, chicken wings. And his next event is in Buffalo. Is it this weekend? It's pretty soon.
It's Labor Day weekend.
Oh, Labor Day weekend.
Labor
Okay.
Day weekend. So a week from this weekend.
You got to go up there, Willie.
I do have to go to a friend's wedding, but I think from now on, that's like my Christmas. Every year I go up there.
There
it's
you
the
go.
Mecca. I
Yeah.
travel.
Right.
Bring a couple of my buddies and eat chicken wings all week.
But we asked him what his favorite of all the things, and he's eaten almost everything in competition. And he loves the wings.
I still can't get over the kale thing.
He did a kale thing once.
Yeah, raw kale.
That must have been nearly impossible.
Well, we have something coming up very unusual in the world of food. If you've ever been interested in what the taste of human flesh is.
Very. I mean,
people are getting up and they're getting ready for work. They're looking at their Lucky Charms, going, it's going to be a great day.
It's an unusual story.
I bet it is.
It's about a human meat burger. Now, I will pause.
Can we not do this story?
Right.
We have to do this story.
5 guys or 3 guys?
Nicely done, Pat.
Yes, it's now 3 guys, Pat. Thank you very much.
2 guys.
Oh,
It's Jake Shack, and boy, it's good.
The good news is no humans have been harmed in the making of this.
But they're just trying to make it taste like human meat?
But yeah, they've done a lot of scientific experimenting. God knows why. We'll
How'd
find
they
out.
figure out what it tastes like?
I don't know, and it's weird.
Trust us, it's right.
Okay, so
we got a Grant. Not a lot of money. We got a guy named Grant, and we cooked him.
Right.
Glad we clarified it. Now, I got this nice letter from Richard. He writes, Dear Distinguished Radio folks.
Oh.
So this must be for another station. My wife came home the other day. She said her SUV was making a strange sound. I said, what does it sound like? And she went, I think she was listening to the Mr. Obvious show. By the way, as I mentioned earlier, a bunch of the classic Bob and Tom show stuff is being loaded onto the Spotify system. So if you're a fan of Spotify, you can get a lot of really obscure, weird, classic Bob and Tom stuff up. It's not all up yet. They just started loading it, I guess, yesterday.
Okay.
That's my understanding, but I know that some of those Mr. Obvious episodes are up there and more stuff that is fun. And Richard, I don't know what to tell your wife about her car going, doesn't sound good. What do you think? Muffler issue?
I don't know.
Could be anything. Could be muffler. Could be brakes.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Could be a cat in the engine.
A broken Johnson rod.
Yeah.
Oh, the Johnson rod.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, that's well.
Sounds like it needs some lube. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to break
What do you Oh, sorry, Christy. I'll grab the KY.
No. Christy,
I don't have a problem with
Christy would sound,
Oh, like it's a winter morning?
By the way, this comes to us from Sam M. Writes, I'm enjoying the Paul Lynde impression that Pat Godwin has been doing recently.
Thank you.
Recreating Paul Lynde on the Hollywood Squares. Sam writes from Boise, Idaho. Good morning, Boise.
All right.
How
are you today, Mr. Lynde?
I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, good. Good to see you.
Cozy.
Yes.
You like the cool air, do you?
I do indeed. First cocktail of the day.
Now, Pat, you actually had a chance. You were kind of chauffeuring around.
Yeah, Kenley Players in Columbus.
Kenley Players when Paul. What play was Mr. Lynde in?
Boys Next Door.
I forget what it was. Room Service. The Marx Brothers.
Really?
Play, yeah.
It must have been a riot.
How dare they?
We were talking about the great Paul Lynde because of the great movie Bye Bye Birdie, in which he sings the great Ed Sullivan song, which we adapted into the Pat Sullivan
Which you
song.
have to agree is barely a song.
I mean, it's a moment.
But it's just so funny that they get this guy who's not going to do something, and they say, well, by the way, you get to be an Ed Sullivan. And he goes, well, that changes everything. That's a nice truism of life.
Okay.
Now, we'll move forward here. Anything interesting in the world of sports?
Well, yeah, we got some. Remember Kevin Durant? He wanted out of Brooklyn, man.
Yeah.
He said twice now, I want traded. I'm out of here. I don't like Brooklyn. I don't like you, and I don't especially like you.
Certainly.
How about that? Well, Kevin Durant and the Nets plan to stay together after all.
Oh.
The All-Star forward wanted to be traded earlier this summer. The Nets said yesterday the team's leadership met a day earlier. What I meant to say was leadership met a day earlier with Durant and business partner Rich Kleiman in Los Angeles and agreed to move forward with their partnership. That's according to general manager Sean Marks. Certainly more. Durant wanted out of Brooklyn regardless, but apparently he's going to stay now. And if you would like to buy a Major League Baseball team, Tom, the Los Angeles Angels could be for sale. Their owner, Artie Moreno, says he's exploring the possibility of selling the franchise. Moreno purchased the Angels in 2003, just a year after they won the World Series. He spent aggressively on free agent stars like Pujols and Josh Hamilton, but the club has been back to the Fall Classic. Of course, Tom, they've got your favorite ball player out there for the Angels, Shohei Ohtani. You like Ohtani very much.
This would be fun. I'm in for $2,500.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you want to buy a piece of
Anybody else?
Buy a piece of the Angels?
I got $350, and you know what? You can come over, I'll cook you dinner. Maybe once a week you can hang out with me. That's worth something, right?
That's nice. That's pretty good, right? And Candace Parker had 14 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists. The Chicago Sky over the New York Liberty, 90-72. That's the deciding Game 3 to advance to the semifinals of the WNBA playoffs.
Now, do you remember what Donnie said yesterday about the WNBA, his suggestion?
What did he suggest?
He had gone to a Mexican restaurant, as I recall.
Yeah.
And they were playing soccer on all the TV screens.
Yeah.
And he was saying that those announcers are amazing.
Oh.
And he was suggesting that maybe they hire some of those guys to do the WNBA games. I believe they thought their enthusiasm would be catchy. They would say, it's another layup. Goal! Give it that old enthusiasm that you get from the very fine announcers worldwide in Spanish. Thank you very much.
College football yesterday, Alabama coach Nick Saban getting a new 8-year contract worth at least $93.6 million.
That's cool. He's a state employee. That rules.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
The University of Alabama Trustees Compensation Committee approved a 1-year extension through February 28th.
And by the way, kids, no art supplies. No art supplies or books at your schools this year.
I know what you're doing. It's very complicated. He does bring in a lot of money, but yeah, it's a crazy thing. It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money for a public.
That's a lot of money.
Saban, by the way, 70 years old. So in 30, he'll be 76. There, 2030. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right.
He is kind of like the Emperor Palpatine of football, though, and that guy lived for a long time, so maybe he'll be sticking around, too.
He died a couple times and came back, as far as I remember.
No, I'm speaking of sports, not right now, but coming up. Something that we touched on very briefly yesterday. We have an interesting New York Yankee hot dog story.
I was just going to get to that, and I think we're doing that tomorrow. I think Hooker the Cooker, Jessica Hooker's bringing it.
Wow. We're going to actually try it?
I think we are. Yeah, I don't think Christy's going to try it.
Oh, I'm not aware of this.
What is it? I might try it.
It's really disgusting.
Well, a video of a Yankees fan has gone viral. He uses his hot dog as a straw. Video shows the fan using, he hollows out the center of the hot dog with a straw.
Really?
Then dips the hot dog into his beer and sucks it through the hot dog.
I'll try that.
I've never seen a turtle choking on a little hot dog. We're going to save the world with this.
But
then you have, although I guess I'd rather do that than one of those paper straws. I hate those things. Wish we'd get rid of those.
Well, but
what's wrong with a paper straw?
Oh, they're awful. They
so you're going to
collapse.
put your mouth on the hot dog and suck. Is that what you're going to do?
Screen, they'll have you.
There's some beers that might make them taste a little better.
Is that what you're going to do, Tom?
Why not just take a bite of dog and then a sip of beer?
Because the baseball game is so boring, they had to do something fun.
This kind of thinking is the same kind of thinking that gets people to come to your stand-up shows. It's fun.
Is that the gentleman there on the big screen? Oh my goodness!
That's him. Look, there he goes.
He's really rooting out the center there with a plastic straw.
Oh, that's
plus
the most
beer in a straw and any straw.
That is more
why do you drink beer with a straw anyway?
Here he goes. Lipped a wiener.
Come on, you freak.
Does this guy know he's being taped?
I don't think so.
Oh, my.
I saw on one of the other shows, on sports shows, that someone on Twitter tweeted he works with this guy, and he does it at work, too, with different flavors. He likes the taste.
So he likes the taste of hot dog that much.
It's kind of salty. It's kind of like beer slugger. Your brother's great invention, Josh, in a way,
pretzels,
right?
Yeah.
Crumble pretzels into a beer? Well,
I guess.
I suppose.
Yikes.
You know what? They say don't knock it till you try it. And I'm going to have to try 6 because you can't just get it with one. You know what I mean? You can't. Yeah, you can't get a good
They
read
sell
on it.
beer in packs of 6 and hot dogs in packs of 8.
You can't.
What did you think?
You can't form an opinion.
No, you can't. No.
Now, have you heard this one? I've gotten this twice in the last few weeks. I'll do it this way. Does anyone know the new nickname for a hot dog?
I know this.
Starts with a G.
Yeah, Al Jackson told us.
Yeah.
Glizzy.
Have you heard this?
No.
Only from Al.
I don't remember Al saying.
Apparently it's a thing. It's out there.
Okay.
All right.
I'll allow it to be out there, but I will not partake.
Really?
This is like the hot dog thing. Yeah. He allows it to be out there, but he's not going to.
Well, when we come back, we're going to have a couple of hot dog tributes. One from the great band known as Here Come the Mummies.
Oh, yeah.
And the Attack of the Wiener Man, and another Bob and Tom classic about hot dogs. Give me the teaser.
Coming up, we've got more records, and we'll talk about Joey Chestnut winning the breaking the popcorn eating record.
Okay, and a couple of requests also if you want to make that request.
He succeeded.
Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Right now, question number 1 for Chick McGee. What is your sleep number setting?
100. I like a firm mattress, Tom.
That's
you know
right.
that.
The famous sleep number bed. Christy Lee, your sleep number setting is?
I'm a little opposite of Chick. I like 45.
Now, if the two of you were a couple, everything would be cool because on your side, you would have your nice less than firm mattress setting, whereas Chick would be with the very firm setting on his side, and you can change it at the touch of a button. You could switch sides. Bzz,
Sure.
bzz, bzz, everybody's happy. Bedtime bliss. That's the goal of the Sleep Number bed. Sleep Number's done a lot of research. They've got the famous 360 limited edition smart bed, and now 50% savings on the famous limited edition smart bed from Sleep Number. Their famous motto is because every great day starts the night before, and that certainly is true. So choose proven quality sleep and check out the Sleep Number bed. I know I love mine. My setting is a crisp 85 for now. We'll see. Josh, I know that you're kind of in the middle there, aren't you?
Yeah, 65.
65. So try the Sleep Number bed. They're famous for lasting a lot longer than other beds. And right now you can save a staggering 50% on the Sleep Number 360 limited edition smart bed. This is a limited time offer. You'll find it, of course, exclusively at Sleep Number stores. How do you find one? sleepnumber.com/BT show. Sleep Number's got some other tricks up their sleeve too. You'll find out there special things that are going to make you really comfortable and have a great night's sleep. Sleepnumber.com/BT show. Up next, our hot dog wiener tribute. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules, or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show. things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Got this new venture. It's called Say It to My Face.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Cool.
Hey, Josh, let's say someone talks smack about you on Facebook or Twitter.
Sure.
And the first thing you do is you'd call me, then I go to their house. And when they answer the door, I'll just yell, say it to my face. And then I'll jack them with a blood dart right to the larynx. And Christy, you and your ladies don't got to worry either, because I got you covered too. See, my friend Tasha and I are launching an all-female company called Oh, No, You Didn't. Pretty God. Well, it's hard to spell it on the radio, but in print, it's badass. It's all hymenated.
Hymenated?
Yep. So the next time some chick, calls another chick an obese whale when you post your porta potty selfie on Instagrams, just give me and Tasha a call. She'll go to that chick's house and slap the spit out of her while screaming, Oh, no, you didn't.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Good morning. We're rolling through a Wednesday, hump day, everybody, August the 24th. And you need a gift you can give that they can open every day, something special for someone special, and you need it quick. How about giving them total access to the entire Bob and Tom library? It's a Bob and Tom VIP membership. That's right. You can get it for yourself, or you can give it to the Bob and Tom fan in your life. They'll love you forever. You suddenly will be the favorite child. See the link at the top of our website, bobandtom.com, to find out more about that VIP membership and make that Bob and Tom fan happy. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7 on a Wednesday. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. Residents of Kiev have woken to air raid sirens as Ukraine observes its Independence Day, exactly 6 months since the start of the Russian invasion to their country. Authorities in the capital banned large-scale gatherings till Thursday featuring the national holiday might bring particularly heavy Russian missile attacks. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky urged the public to be vigilant. A small number of residents gathered at Kiev Central Square. Destroyed Russian tanks and mobile artillery were put on display over the weekend, and the national anthem played every morning at 7 a.m. local time. Wednesday's holiday commemorates Ukraine's 1991 Declaration of Independence from the Soviet Union. Meanwhile, closer to home, the Internal Revenue Service says it's conducting a comprehensive review of safety at its facilities. The action comes in response to an increasing number of threats born of conspiracy theories that agents were going to aggressively target middle-income taxpayers. I mean, they only hired 87,000 new employees. The climate, healthcare, and tax legislation signed into law by President Joe Biden last week included $80 billion in funding for tax collection efforts. Secretary Janet Yellen of the Treasury specifically directed the agency to not focus its attention on taxpayers with middle-class incomes, but misinformation spread rapidly online that agents were going to crack down on taxpayers of all earning levels. I guess we'll see what we will see. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
With a deep voice. Ace Cosby.
Well, this'll help. My daddy's a huge, nut for the Beatles. Everything. He's obsessed about the Beatles.
I get that.
Really? And he's got everything. He's missing like one song from his record collection.
What's that?
He needs help.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Dry at best.
Yeah.
I also had trouble buying into the premise.
We all know that your dad's not a Beatles.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
Brand new feature, Biff Whiskey, Frontier Lifeguard. As told by Arnie Whiskey, Frontier Golfer.
I should have known.
Well, I was a man about town, and also at the Whiskeyville Country Club and Salad Bar. Of course, the country club, we have our very own swimming pool. And, of course, we had to have a lifeguard for the youngsters there. Well, we hired a young fellow named Biff Whiskey, and he was the lifeguard, at the pool. Well, this young fellow walks up to Biff, and he goes, "Excuse me, Biff, but what's the best way to teach a girl to swim?" Biff says, "Come here, young fella." He goes, "Now here's how it's done. First, you walk her slowly into the water, all right? Then you put your arms gently around her waist. Then you rub your hands delicately up and down her arms. Then just kind of lean over and softly kiss her on the neck." The young fella says, wait a minute. I'm teaching my sister." He goes, "In that case, just push her in the deep end."
Except in Kentucky.
Jeez. I knew I should have held my ears for that.
Thus concludes another exciting
quick episode of Biff Whiskey,
Frontier Lifeguard.
Thank you very much.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom.
Find out about home.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Chick.
A couple of people think I'm saying psychic chair.
Oh, no.
It's not the case at all. It's a sidekick chair. A couple of wonderful emails poured in about that. There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. Willie Griswold here.
Josh, I wrote a 3-letter word down on this paper. What is it?
Sub.
It's cat.
Oh, man.
You got 3 letters.
You were close.
Maybe next.
You got the 3-letter part.
Yes.
Well, he told him that. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
I like this idea of the psychic. Maybe the psychic sidekick.
Yeah.
Oh, that could be your new thing.
Yes.
We've done that a million times. I mean, I'll mention something and a joke will come out. Yeah.
Chick's really psychic.
I'm crazy like that.
Yeah, I have no psychic ability.
That's why I have such a negative outlook. I know what's coming.
That would be.
You think it's fun now? It's really going to be hell.
That'd be so funny. It's like a superhero movie. Like a guy gets to know everything, but then instead of saving the world, he just gets so depressed.
There's a movie called Melancholia that is about that.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a wonderful movie. Kirsten Dunst.
No kidding.
And that's the story, yeah.
Wow.
She's not a superhero at all. She knows what's coming, and so she is, well, melancholy.
Yeah.
We were talking to an alleged psychic on the show once. And
just call him a psychic. Live a little. Have some fun.
It was a she.
She is a psychic.
And I said, do you ever, when you're doing a reading, see something really awful in someone's future and not tell them? She said,
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm not going to give you the bad news.
The psychic's dilemma.
Yeah, so, but I like the psychic sidekick chair.
Well, I'll
But
try my best.
He's not a psychic, as far as we know. Chick is a sports psychic.
Wow.
For those of you that follow the Chick McGee Sports Picks show, and I'll urge you to do so, especially this year, because the shoe-in of the week is part kind of our special Pigskin Pick'em Challenge beginning August 31st. You'll get to pick your picks for the first weekend of the NFL real season, and you could find yourself winning a classic, beautiful, big green egg Mini-Max. Details coming up, or you'll find out more at the Bob and Tom website. Now, we just had an interesting story about a hot dog. It's kind of this guy's MacGyvering a hot dog, if you will. Turning it into a straw by taking an actual straw, hollowing out the middle of a hot dog, and then sucking his beer through it.
It's odd.
Now, as Willie said, first of all, who drinks beer with a straw anyway?
I have. It's not pleasant.
I think him digging that hot dog out was more gross than him.
It was
sucking
pretty
the beer
gross.
through.
Yeah, but and this guy apparently does this all the time, and it's of course hit. It's a viral video, so everyone's watching it. We're going to try this tomorrow on the show. Is my understanding?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Fine.
Would there be any effect like how the pickleback shot? There's supposedly like sodium in that, and it acts like electrolyte, so it gets.
Oh, we'll get our fill of nitrates.
Is that what it is, though? Would it help with a hangover? Would you eat that hot dog gut you still get when you eat one?
There's hot dog gut? I never heard of that.
You never get that? You eat 3 or 4 hot dogs at the ballpark and then your stomach hurts?
Never heard of hot dog.
I haven't either.
How many hot dogs do you guys eat when you go to the ballpark?
One.
So maybe 3. Like, I'm eating too many hot dogs. That's probably it.
That might be.
And what's the limit now on a pig anus and hot dogs? What is that? 2%?
Why do you have to ruin everything?
Okay, sorry.
It can't be under 2%.
Okay. As they say, you don't want to know how the sausage is made. However, I thought we would do a little bit of a hot dog tribute. And we'll begin with this one. This is this was recorded live in the studio.
Here come the mummies. I'm psychic.
It's the Here Come the Mummies and the Attack of the Wiener Man.
He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attack of the Wiener Man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attack of the Wiener Man. Late at night when the bars are closing, alcohol takes its toll, and the drinkers need their favorite vendor. A tasty treat of sausage splendor. Little man behind the car, police can't catch him because he's way too smart. The smell of mustard and a big umbrella, hot dog man's got the perfect cover. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attack of the Wiener Man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attack of the Wiener Man. Oh, yeah. He waits out patient out in the street. All the hunters want to sample the beats. He can't help but relish the fact the footlong keeps you coming back. Once you're feeling safe and cool, that's when the Wiener Man makes his move. You can't scream when your mouth is full. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attack of the Wiener Man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attack of the Wiener Man. Crowd. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attack of the Wiener Man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. Attack of the Wiener Man. He's coming for you. He's gonna get you. The Wiener Man. Attack of the Wiener Man. Attack of the Wiener Man. The Wiener baby. Attack of the Wiener
Here Come the Mummies, recorded live in the Bob and Tom studios. And they've got lots of stuff on Spotify, including that live version. A bunch of the Bob and Tom stuff is being loaded onto Spotify as we speak, so you can find some obscurities, including some stuff we can no longer air due to the freedom of speech that is no longer allowed in this country.
And some of those we thought, yeah, we probably.
Oh, absolutely. Don't get me wrong. Yeah. There are dozens of
People
those.
want to hear them. That's fine. That's on them.
Okay. We'll be reviewing what's available coming up. We have more hot dog tributes coming up this morning. And a special Pat Godwin request in a few minutes.
Did my mom text in?
She did. She wants you to clean your room.
And you'll get no allowance this week.
We got a guy loading a semi full of sod. In Biggsville, Illinois. That's a tall order.
Man.
That's got to be heavy, those
That is a man's job.
Yeah.
Well, we got a manly request when we come back for something from Mr. Godwin.
All right.
Do we have a sports teaser?
Joey Chestnut ate a lot of popcorn yesterday. We'll have the report and
bowels like ribbons this morning.
An airplane record coming up.
Okay, and
an airplane. What is it?
I can't tell you. Oh, it's flies in the sky.
But that's not. Yes.
See, I told you, I ain't got it, man.
It kind of looks like a big Tylenol.
By the way,
Day 2 of airplane bits.
by the way, Here Come the Mummies, the band, is coming to a town near you.
Yep.
Memphis coming up this weekend, along with Little Rock. They'll be in Peoria, Manistee, Michigan, Fishers, Indiana, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee, Charleston, South Carolina, September 10th, Lexington, September 15th. A lot of great places. In Cincinnati, September 22nd at the famous Bogarts. How do you say that, Chick?
Bogarts.
Bogarts.
I'm planning on seeing them in a couple weeks. Can't wait.
Here come the mummies. They're the best. We're coming back with more hot dog stuff. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, I'm Morty Gleckman for Casket Carnival.
It's a Casket Carnival. You won't lose your shirt. It's a Casket Carnival. When we shovel on the dirt, we'll make sure you're really safe before we stick you in your grave. We won't steal from you. Casket Carnival.
We've got lots of games and prizes, and since many of our coffins are scratch and dent or gently used models, we pass the savings on to you at Casket Carnival. And don't forget to say hello to our lovable mascot, Embalmo the Clown.
Hey, there. Thanks for coming to the Casket Carnival. You're really gonna dig our prices there. Don't forget to ask about our layaway plan, huh? Hey, geez, what's wrong with these people? I'm dying up here, huh? At the cremation station, we want to earn your business. You know, sometimes I wish I were dead.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Course.
Hey, you know what Floyd listens to when he's not listening to the Bob and Tom Show in the mornings? Well, he downloads one of our Bob and Tom podcasts and listens during the afternoon. They're free and available to download right now at bobandtom.com/podcast. The Bits and Pieces podcast to dive into the archives and discussions of some of their favorite bits and pieces from the show. Jessica Alsman, one of the co-hosts of that podcast, she'll be on with us this morning. Scorched Earth, that Josh Arnold podcast, sitting there in the sidekick chair. Fun topics, you might learn a thing or two. And the Bob and Tom Show Extra podcast, a little extra Bob and Tom weekday afternoons at 3 p.m. Eastern time. Just head on over to bobandtom.com/podcast to download for free. Now, Mark, how much does that cost to download the podcast? I think you heard me. It's free. Free, free. And you're welcome. Thanks for listening to us this morning right here on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Residents of Kiev have awoken to air raid sirens as Ukraine observes its Independence Day exactly 6 months since the start of the Russian invasion. Authorities in the capital banned large-scale gatherings until Thursday, fearing the national holiday might bring particularly heavy Russian military attacks. Ukraine President Vladimir Zelensky urged the public to be vigilant. Today's holiday commemorates Ukraine's 1991 Declaration of Independence from the Soviet Union. Millions of Americans are awaiting to learn the fate of their federal student debt as President Joe Biden prepares to deliver on his campaign promise to provide up to $10,000 in debt cancellation. Details of the plan have been kept closely guarded, but borrowers who earn less than $125,000 a year would be eligible for the loan forgiveness. And a man has died after falling from a peak in the Austrian Alps as he was trying to take a photo of his companion, of whom he reached the summit. The 77-year-old German and his companion, a 63-year-old Spanish woman, hiked to the peak some 9,416 feet above sea level on the Austrian-Swiss border. On Sunday, the man took a picture of the woman next to the cross marking the summit. Then he stepped back to take a photo from farther away. That's when he fell down a rock face about 197 feet, sustaining fatal injuries. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Frigamall Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
The year was 1896. The place just outside of Athens, near the town of Stactontopolis, Greece. While preparing for the first modern Olympics, organizers were forced to eliminate a track and field event. In what will surely go down as the biggest bloodbath in Olympic history, runners from 5 teams were injured at the initial time trials of the 100-meter razor hurdles. 4 of the 5 athletes would never compete again. However, Austrian hurdler Klaus Kleinendorfer went on to be a silver medalist for the women's team as Gretchen Kleinendorfer.
Thank you very much for this.
Thank you for this medal.
This has been another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Sound like Paul Hammett.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
A thought from Paul Gilmartin.
Down the elevator shaft they plunged, hurtling towards their death, their faces drawn by Edvard Munch. They smelled the devil's breath. Your tongue, she said at number 3. Let me see its size. He grinned and licked his forehead. She buckled at the thighs. The impact satisfied them both. Police were left some clues. A smiling woman all alone in a stranger's pair of shoes.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Today.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Well, howdy, chick.
Christy Lee. Did I say that already?
Yeah, you already said that.
Yeah. There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey, chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
That's right, chick. Good to
There's
see you.
Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone.
I think he's psychic.
Willie Griswold's here.
Josh, number 1 through 5.
Oh, you got 4 written down there.
Boom. Boom.
Yep.
Got it. He's psychic. I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Okay, I've written down a letter that's in the alphabet, Josh.
All right.
I'm writing it on the back of this piece of paper.
Okay.
What is the letter?
How you doing with that M, huh?
It's a Z. Nice.
No. You turn that Z sideways.
How do we
little
know?
like an M. So that's all it was. You had the paper.
Not at all.
Like an M.
Not at all. Okay, let's see now. Okay, Josh, what is Christy Lee's middle name?
Oh, boy.
Should I know this, Christy?
If you're psychic, you know it. Christy, just say it to
This isn't
yourself.
about psychicness.
If you were psychic, you'd know it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
If you're a good friend,
I'm let's see. I'm getting an M. Starting. It starts with an M. It's Marie.
Nope.
It's Michelle.
Nope.
Does it
Marie's
sound-
my daughter's middle name.
Malachi.
Does it sound kind of funny? Is it like quick or something? So it's like Christy quickly, like it's like an adverb.
Oh,
like Christy.
Not even close, anyone. What color underwear is Christy wearing?
That seems
She is not wearing underwear.
I am wearing underwear today. What color?
Mm-hmm.
Don't tell us. Show us. That is the author's creed.
Kind of an aqua blue.
Okay. Sorry. We were doing our tribute to hot dogs. That will return. But right now, we promised a request going out to Jesse. He is loading a truck with sod in Biggsville, Illinois right now.
Yeah, but probably with a forklift on there. It's on pallets. You know what I mean? It's not that hard.
When's the last time you broke a sweat?
Being a man, doing man stuff.
Came up the stairs this morning.
You didn't take the ramp?
I did.
Love the ramp.
I love the ramp. Pat, this gent would like to hear an original Pat Godwin song. It's called The Voices in My Head.
I'm seeing someone.
Oh, boy.
The voices in my head told me that I love you. The voices in my head said you love me too. Yes, they do. You know they're always right, so I'm listening tonight to the voices in my head. Yeah, the voices in my head said we'll always be together. So I got your name tattooed in flaming red on my forehead. They're coming crystal clear, but my doctor, he can't hear the voices in my head. The voices in my head said to stop my medication. The voices in my head said to jump the wall and run and buy a gun. You know they're always right, so I won't put up a fight with the voices in my head. I see you on TV, and the voices are telling me that you want me and you need me, and your boyfriend should be dead and gone. Voices in my head said to break in your apartment and hide under the bed, cause your love was just a lie. You too must die. So tonight I'll stalk, but tomorrow I'm insane, so my lawyer says I'll walk. Cause I got voices in my head. 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 Yeah.
Woo.
All right.
You may want to go back on those meds. I think that would be Now, yesterday, the other day, we had a letter from someone telling us that they lived in a place called ATHOL.
Oh.
Athol.
Athol, yeah. There's a bunch of them around the country.
Yeah.
A lot of Athols out there.
Yeah. Some of them are on fire right now.
Oh, so they're
flaming Athos. I got this. Aaron sent this. He goes, "This is the sign going into my town," and it literally says, "Entering Athol."
Oh.
Population 676.
I'm surprised there's any population at all.
Yeah. That's a big Athol.
ATHOL. That's actual community. Yes, indeed it is. We have more of our hot dog tribute coming up. But right now we turn back to the sports page.
Hey, look at this. Stupid world record. Teenagers on track to become the youngest person to fly around the world solo in a small plane.
How low were they flying?
Mac Rutherford. Solo.
It's so early. I love that.
Mac Rutherford's journey started on March 23rd, and so far he's traveled through 52 countries. Rutherford, who turned 17 during the journey, is hoping to outdo Travis Ludlow of Britain, who was 18 when he set the record in 21.
He's a very polite boy, too. Did you know that, Willie?
No, I didn't.
Oh, Rutherford behaves.
That's...
Wow.
Solo was better.
Our producer, the presidential genius, loves it. You get a thumbs up from him.
I love that, too. That Rutherford behaves.
If all goes well, and weather permitting, the team will fly east across Europe via Slovakia and land at an airport in the Bulgarian capital of Sofia this week.
Oh, sure.
All right.
Okay.
This bores you?
No, it's amazing to me. I have a teenager. I can't get her to get her dirty clothes into the hamper.
Yeah.
Let alone learn how to fly an airplane and fly it around the world.
What was Willie doing when he was 17?
A lot of
anything like this?
When he was 17, he was always in his room.
I was kind of a nightmare when I was 17, to be honest. I think most kids kind of get that way.
Oh, yeah.
As I've said for many, many years, you've never heard someone say, 15, that's a great age. No, it's always 4. What a great age.
When I was 17, I was very into, finding old men near gas stations, trying to make them buy me cigarettes. That's a fun thing to do. Get your buddies around. You guys never did that? You never hey-mistered?
Yeah, we called it shoulder tapping, and it was we did it for beer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One time,
Shoulder tapping.
You tap him on the shoulder. Will you buy us beer?
Yeah. One time I did it, and this guy goes, I was like, hey, will you buy cigarettes? And he was like, you kids shouldn't be smoking. Like, he was trying to save us. He was like being really sweet. He was like, I'm not going to buy you. That's unsafe. What you kids need. And we're like, get out of here, you old weirdo, and drove off. We were just little jerks, and we had no good point of view. Just looking back, I hate that version of me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
But anyway, this kid's operating a complicated aircraft, flying around the world with all kinds of international borders to cross. Very difficult, and again, unlike many other teenagers. So he's setting a nice
motivated,
nice example.
I'm sure your goal as a teenager was probably under the bra Copperfield kind of thing.
Oh, sure.
What?
Yeah.
That's your main goal.
One of, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that first base?
That is first. That is second. You're right. Yeah, first is kissing.
Oh, okay.
You got to kiss first before you can grab the old melons.
Is it?
What do they call it? Dialing in.
Yeah. Tune in Tokyo. That's why it took me so long to get to second, because I would hey, it's a time for me to tune in Tokyo.
And I'm sure if you had that move, yeah.
From what I understand, I have to kiss you before I can grab the melons.
You can't go in
really
two
sorry
hands
I
at a
brought
time.
We have. We should.
Third base is pooping on you.
No, that's incorrect.
I might be wrong, but we're doing it.
We should point out that I would be remiss if we did not point out that Mr. Joey Chestnut, who was our guest yesterday, indeed broke the world record.
Stupid world record. Joey Chestnut broke the popcorn eating world record at Indianapolis Victory Field last evening for the Indians game. Chestnut downed 29 servings of 24 ounces of popcorn in under 8 minutes, beating the record by a half serving.
Wow.
And, Joey said his favorite eating competition involves eating wings, chicken wings, and he'll be doing that in Buffalo coming up on Labor Day weekend.
Yep. Congrats,
So,
Joey.
Yeah.
Good year for him so far, yeah.
So how many boxes?
29 servings, 24 ounces, so I think it's like 15 boxes, is what he said yesterday.
$1,700 at a movie theater?
Yeah, exactly.
I'd have to do the math. But,
That's good.
Yeah, Joey was great, and he has some pretty good sauces out there.
Oh, yeah.
Very.
Go to joeychestnut.com. We had a lot of fun talking to Joey, and you can probably listen to that interview somewhere out there in the ether. Speaking of the ether, there's a thing called Spotify, and a bunch of the classic Bob and Tom stuff, as Chick pointed out, a lot of stuff that we really regret even recording, is now floating around in that ether on Spotify, as is some stuff that we can't play due to some kind of weird FCC regulation about freedom of speech. I forget what it is exactly. Can you give me the teaser?
Christy will have news when we come back.
Oh, yeah, I will.
Yeah.
Lots of it.
No downside to that, but there's an upside to upside, right, Josh?
That's exactly right. Upside, what is it? Well, I'll tell you. It's the incredible app that everyone who buys gas needs to know about. You buy gas, hence you need to know about this. Our listeners are earning cash back for every gallon of gas every time they fill up. Download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play. Use promo code Bob and Tom for 25 cents per gallon or more on your first fill up. Cash back. Stop paying full price at the pump. Get Upside and get real cash that really adds up. It's easy, and boy, that money sure does stack up. In fact, $1 million cash back is being earned by users each week. Now, that's total. I don't want to fool you here. You're not going to earn $1 million in 1 week.
No.
That's total users.
But I want $1 million.
if you drove enough,
you could.
You'd have to have some kind of time warp.
Or perhaps if we had a fleet up. No, let's not get... people can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than any other loyalty program or credit card reward program. And it's available at businesses all over the U.S., 30,000 plus, including those big-name brands and gas stations you know and love, as well as local businesses. Use promo code Bob and Tom when you download the Upside app. Tell us again, Josh. Happy to. Download the free Upside app. Use promo code Bob and Tom to get 25 cents per gallon or more cash back on that first tank. That's code Bob and Tom on the Upside app.
Thank you very much, Josh. We're going to come back. We've got some cool stuff in the news. Also, more interesting news about hot dogs. We'll be doing a very interesting experiment with hot dogs coming up tomorrow. You ever have a dream that's really scary and weird? Well, this guy had one, but unfortunately, he kind of acted out. You know, the sleepwalking is.
Yes.
This would be more like sleep chopping.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh yes. When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I just had a cup of coffee, that yummy coffee taste in my mouth. Oh, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm all caffeinated up. We're dialed in. It's August 24th. We've got Allie Breen on the way, a little sexy time, as well as Jessica Alsman from the Bits and Pieces podcast. And don't forget, coming up a week from today, you can start to make your picks in our Bob and Tom Show Pigskin Pick'em Challenge, sponsored by the Big Green Egg. It's your chance to win a Big Green Egg Mini-Max. Pick each week of the pro football regular season. No point spread. Just pick the winners and the losers. Well, you pick the winners. If you pick the most winners, you could win a Big Green Egg Mini-Max. It's that simple. We gave away 18 of those bad boys last year, and we're going to do it again this year. Details coming soon at bobandtom.com/contest. Thanks to everyone at the Big Green Egg for helping out again this year, and good luck from all of us here at the Bob and Tom Show.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets plan to stay together after all. The All-Star forward has to be traded earlier this summer. The Nets said yesterday the team's leadership met a day earlier with Durant and business partner Rich Kleiman in Los Angeles and agreed to move forward with their partnership. Los Angeles Angels owner Artie Moreno says he's exploring the possibility of selling that franchise. He bought the Angels in 2003. WNBA playoff action. Candace Parker had 14 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists. The Chicago Sky beat the Liberty 90-72 in that deciding Game 3 to advance to the semifinals of the WNBA playoffs. Major League Baseball yesterday in the National League Cup.
Thank you, Josh. Made my day. Could you get the phone for me?
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, fellas.
Oh, hey, Floyd.
Hi, Floyd.
I've enjoyed your Chick Has the Flu program.
Chick's got the flu. We've got Jeff Oskey sitting in for him.
I heard you talking about adult bookstores a few minutes ago.
You know, Christy was talking about how she was in one.
You know, as a lifetime member of the Lions Den,
Yes.
I've been through my fair share of adult bookstores. The hardest part is trying to get my rascal back through them thin hallways. Eight shows, of course, and then sometimes you'll have a fella headed out while I'm trying to head in. It's kind of like playing the bumper cars. I have a hard time navigating in places like that in the scooter. Last time I kindly got stuck trying to head out. And I hit what I thought was a speed bump. It didn't have enough juice in my battery to get over it, so I called for the clerk. And he put the toenail clippers down and then raised the fuss about it. And I said, why the hell you raising the fuss? Put a speed bump right in the middle of an aisle, and I'm trying to get out. He explained it wasn't a speed bump, just a double donger that fell off the shelf. Looked like a set of stop sticks on my rascal. They've got just about everything in there. You know, I always enjoy the selection of music, of course. Most of them play the hits of the 70s, 80s, 90s, and today. Something I like to do, walk out of an adult bookstore and act like you got gum on the bottom of your shoe.
Oh, yes.
Then pick it off and hold it up to your nose and say, I can't believe it ain't butter.
Boy.
Pick a shine. Christy, I don't know if you've ever been to the Lion's Den, but we still got $12 left on the gift card I can send you.
No, that's okay. Thank you.
I recommend you wear your Crocs. Good night.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Lowell Sanders is here with us.
I'm on the road.
Are you
Now, Lowell,
single?
are you a single man?
Yeah, I left a wife in Detroit.
Oh, okay.
I see how it works.
Police should have found her by now. I'm kidding. They won't find her.
Ain't no way. You're that good, aren't you?
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, I heard you guys talking about that man with 13 inches of pork.
Yeah, 13 and a half.
Crazy. You guys know Jamie Vickers? You know, drummer for Velvet Donger?
No.
He was uncut, too, and he could hide just about anything.
Really? Did that affect the taste, Donnie?
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
curvy cleavage on display.
The thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Howdy.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
Hey, there's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Chicky.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Now, there was some confusion. People thought you were saying that Josh was sitting in the psychic chair.
Yes.
So we have been testing Josh's psychic powers. I'll give you another chance.
What am I, 1 for 4?
No, I think
No,
you're
you're
0
for
3.
4.
I got Willie's. Yeah.
Oh, you did get one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm writing down a letter in the alphabet as we know it.
Okay.
As we know it.
Yes, this would be the English alphabet.
Sure.
I'm writing it down, circling it, and go ahead. What letter have I written down?
Okay, you circled it, so that eliminates O, because who would circle an O? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In fact, Tom would. It's O.
It's a P. So you're psychic. P is in psychic.
I thought it was one of those
Psychic
weird
powers.
backwards Russian R's.
Very limited. I do want to say a special hello to Mike in Colorado Springs.
Mikey.
He's just purchased himself a VIP passes to see Kostaki Economopoulos this Friday night at Looney's.
Yeah.
So that'll be a great show.
VIP, huh?
Yeah, and Kostaki, by the way, ladies, he's brand new. He's single.
He's not interested.
He's
yet.
Greek.
Give him a break.
Taking a break. He's not looking, so you're going to have to really do your
You
best.
have to work hard on it.
Yeah.
He's Greek.
You're going to have to do the...
Just walk up and grab it.
Do the
That's
hard
the only
sell.
way you're going to get his attention.
Colorado Springs, cool town. One time I made out with a girl who had a nipple ring, so I hope that Kostaki gets that.
Did she just have the one nipple ring?
It was awesome. She just had one. I don't know, but that was
How
right
did you
up
know
my
that
alley.
if you were just making out?
Because I might have popped the shirt off. Had
Holy hell.
This is your son.
Come on.
What? Okay, Christy,
Son has game.
easy on the questions. It's getting very...
You know what? I'm not going to reveal too much, Christy. I have no game. I walked into a party. This girl goes, hey, let's me and you get out of here. She was confident and cool. We went out of there, and then my phone was going to die after we hooked up, so I had to run back to my friend's apartment.
Oh.
Very uncool story at the end.
Oh, wow. That's a shame. Well,
Borderline
Kostaki's...
sexual assault, though. So
Yeah, Kostaki's organized enough that his phone will have plenty of batteries.
Oh, of course.
Ladies.
Sure.
So once again, that's this Friday at Looney's in Colorado Springs with Kostaki. And
I'd like to get there at some point.
he'll do a very nice stand-up set, but then afterwards, ladies, you know what I'm talking about.
You know, yeah, hit on him. Yeah.
Get where? To
Colorado Springs.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's lovely.
Wear
Garden of
like
the
an
Gods.
Atlanta Falcons cap or something, and then...
Oh, yeah, a little conversation starter.
Oh, hi, Kostaki. I'm
Yeah.
a football fan, too.
Maybe a T-shirt that says "I like it Greek."
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. You know, have a thing of KY sticking out of your shirt pocket.
Tom.
You know, something subtle.
boy, it was fun right up until it
yeah.
wasn't. You know.
You're my gyro.
Can you imagine?
I need a gyro.
Mm-hmm. Can you imagine your dad dating in this day and age?
I would happily be Tom's wingman.
Oh my gosh!
By that, I'd be eating wings while watching him.
Chomp, get him next time. Chomp. Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom, it's Kenny Tarmac.
Kenny.
Hey, Shooter, we just landed. I'm in ATL. Just got in from ORD through TPA.
Right.
Yesterday, best layover ever. went from MCO to KFC through MCL.
Wow. Did you?
I know, but they were out of cream corn, so I ended up SOL.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a
I
good
know,
one.
I've been camping on that bad boy. I had to call you guys. This is the worst thing ever. We can see the gate. We just can't get to it. Yeah, apparently we're stalled out because some Zone 4 mongrel left her allergy meds at Caribou Coffee. Yeah, so 30 minutes and 2 seatbelt extensions later, we still aren't to the jet bridge. But we're so close we can actually smell Annie Ann's pretzel factory, so that's got to be torture for Benadryl Betty in the back. Anywho, I'm headed off to a celebrity golf outing. It's a great cause. We're helping to raise money for toddlers without cell phones. Tom, if you can plug it, it'd be great. It's a charity close to my heart. You remember the days before cell phones?
Sure.
Oh, those were dark times, my friend. I just hope they paired me with a good celebrity this year. Last year, they paired me with Jimmy J.J. Walker from Good Times.
Sure, yeah.
Well, at first, I got him confused with the sound effects guy from Police Academy.
That's a faux pas.
But when I finally figured out who he was, I said, hey, Dynamite. He loved it. He loved it. I told Topic we're even now because last year he got Urkel. This year, I hope you get someone cool like Big John Daly. He's going to be there today.
Oh,
Neat.
Yeah, I want to pitch him on our new product idea. It's still in production. Doesn't even have a SKU number yet. It's a putter and it's a flask. Are you still with me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a putter and a flask. Best of both worlds for golf. It's called a flutter. A flutter. You miss a putt? So what? I mean, nothing a shot of Zima can't fix. Am I right? I told Topic, JD's going to love it. I think. Oh, we're finally at the gate. Thank God. 10 more minutes. I would have missed my connection and probably had more bed sores than Benadryl Betty in 38C. I'll call you from the turn. We just landed.
Thanks, Ken.
I don't want to ruin his invention, but I think that already exists.
A golf club that's a flask?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I like the you miss a putt, so what?
Yeah. I like that too.
Is it called the flutter?
I don't know what it's called, but I'll look it up during the break. Yeah, I'm kind of almost sure.
Is it a putter or is it like a 2-iron?
Well, it might be. I don't know that it's.
Well,
a
I would
putter,
imagine
but-
it's hollowed out inside.
Yes.
You unscrew the end and you tip it up. Yeah.
It does seem a little redundant because it's not like you have to hide your drinking on a golf course.
That's true.
That's kind of why you're there, right?
Well, yeah, but they don't really like you to bring your own in. You want to buy it from the clubhouse.
Do you ever see those?
Driver drink dispenser.
You ever see those sandals, Willie? That
yes,
the bottom of the sandals is like a plug, and there's a flask built into the bottom of the sandal.
Mm-hmm. Pretty cool.
I would imagine that the.
I don't think that ever really took off.
The germs you'd be acquiring as the sandal as you walk through the straw on the way into a venue.
It looks like a driver, this particular one, and it will dispense your drink for you.
It's not called a drunk driver, is it?
Oh, it's called a driver drink dispenser.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm sure that the drunk driver probably got edited out.
Yeah.
In the beta testing phase.
And Josh, they have another one. It's a little vape. And it's called a. I lost it. It's nothing. It's so nothing.
It's a vape.
It's like when you have to sneeze and it just goes away and it's very unsatisfying.
It was an iron lung. It's just not worth it. It's not.
Okay.
It's nothing.
Is there
at all.
a space in vapor?
I'm sorry?
Is there a space in vapor?
Oh, like Space Invader, but it's for vaping?
Yeah.
I do not know.
Anyone done that yet? That would have to be out there somewhere. Those vaping devices certainly vary. Some of them have like a Rube Goldberg aspect, where they're complicated and looks like they're used for surgical purposes. But some of them just look like cigars. Now we have finished our sports broadcast.
Yes, sir.
And we did have a tribute to this guy who has gone viral, hollowing out a hot dog with a straw and then throwing the straw away and using the hot dog as a straw and sucking down a beer at Yankee Stadium. We're going to try this tomorrow.
Evidently, yes.
May I try something different tomorrow?
What do you want to try?
Hollow out the hot dog.
Yes.
And inject it with the condiments.
Ooh.
That's also been done.
Yes. Well, I wasn't trying to reinvent anything here. I've never done it and wanted to try.
Ace, wasn't there a hot dog with the cheese?
There's cheese filled.
Cheese. But I'm talking about putting mustard and ketchup.
What about relish?
A little chunky to get in there.
Yeah.
Make the hole bigger.
Then you run out of. I don't know if it'll keep its integrity. You know what I mean?
Well, now, what about turning it into a? Wait a minute. I want to go back in time here to last week, and I want to get this right. Spliff versus the other. Which is the one where you hollow out the cigar?
Wait, are you trying to get me to roll weed in a hot dog?
Exactly. What?
I just feel sorry for Jess. I see her tonight hollowing out all these hot dogs in there in front of the TV.
What is she doing in front of the TV?
Hollowing out hot dogs.
That's what you call it?
That's it. The hand movements you made didn't
Sorry.
suggest that.
Okay.
Well, you know what I meant.
Okay, well, let's move forward here. Christy Lee is at the news desk.
How
What have
many
we missed?
times has the weatherman ruined your weekend? You planned something, they forecast something, so you canceled, and then it didn't
It's not
happen.
them, it's the weather.
Well, in Hungary, 2 of the top weather experts were fired over a mistaken weather forecast.
That's ridiculous.
According to the BBC, a massive fireworks display had been organized in Budapest to celebrate Hungary's national holiday, St. Stephen's Day.
Oh.
Big with
Ju-
Grateful Dead fans.
Just hours.
That's a Grateful Dead joke, I'm guessing.
Yeah. I mean,
Is that a song? St. Stephen's
yes,
Day?
the most famous.
Not their
It's not the most
No! There are 8 other more famous songs.
Whatever
Friend of the
weird
devil
B-side you're talking about.
The real Deadheads know what I'm talking about, and you're welcome. Back
Just
to you.
hours before the scheduled start, the government postponed the event for a week, citing extreme weather warnings it had received. However, the weather remained calm, with the rainstorm the National Meteorological Service had predicted missing the capital city entirely. The innovation minister, Laszlo Palkovics, subsequently fired the service's 2 chiefs with immediate effect.
That's ridiculous. I don't like when people complain about meteorology. Aren't they right 99.5% of the time? And the only reason
they're a lot more correct than those sports prognosticators. No, some of those guys.
Well,
as you pointed, who pointed this out? I guess Willie. That now they're putting their record on every week. They'll say. It's interesting. Sometimes the loudest guys are the
Chick's one of the
dumbest.
best of them.
You remember what Miss Pat said about the weather people? They're just lying. So they have the weather forecast. They're lying to us, is what Miss Pat is convinced of. Yeah.
You think they're psychic like Josh, too? You think they know what they're doing? You think
I just think they have the right tools.
Yeah.
They're getting better.
They have more tools than the people who pick the winners and the point spreads of the football.
They can learn to be psychic like I did. I taught myself.
How?
In fact, you can read all about it in my new book, Teach Yourself to Be Psychic.
Huh.
You know what the first line is?
What?
I knew you'd buy this book. And then immediately they're like, oh, yeah, this guy knows what he's talking about.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
I'm thinking it costs $300? Wow.
A man in Ghana reportedly cut off his own genitals while having a dream about cutting meat.
Oh,
you heard me correctly.
Boy, that I don't care, but that's a good night's sleep if you can sleep through that.
Makes Berbiglia's window story seem a little tame, doesn't it?
He survived with his genitals and everything relatively intact.
Mr. Kofi Atta, a farmer from Asin Fossum.
How do you spell that?
ASSINFOSUM.
IPPI.
That sounds like something Johnny Cash would say. You're my ass and Fossum.
I think it's Asin Fossum.
Oh, it's awesome.
Claims he awoke from a nap to find his penis had been, quote unquote, chopped off.
Oh, boy.
Atta said that while he was half asleep, he was dreaming of slaughtering a goat to cook for his family. He told the BBC he dozed off in a chair and had no idea how he came to have a knife in his hand. According to local media, Atta has been hospitalized for his injuries and will require surgery.
And his wife is sitting there checking. Yeah, honey, you were dreaming. It was a nightmare. Boy.
It's like he didn't wake up eating a sandwich. Wow.
I dreamed I was drinking beer out of a hot dog straw, and I woke up with my mouth.
Wow, that's rough, as they say.
Yeah, that's awful. The poor guy.
Yes. Lighten things up a little bit. A Pennsylvania man has been arrested for threatening to detonate explosives unless he saw Dolly Parton's breasts.
All right, now I'm on the fence here.
It could go either way. He seems like a reasonable guy. So.
The Daily Courier reports that 60-year-old James A. Schroyer had contacted authorities multiple times, threatening to blow up several places. Troopers responding to the man's residence found him outside brandishing a firearm in one hand and what he said was a detonator in the other.
Oh, boy.
The suspect allegedly refused to heed repeated commands from authorities and struggled with troopers as they were taking him into custody. Police said the purported detonator was actually a TV remote control and he didn't see Dolly Parton's breasts.
So it's kind of a booby trap. Didn't really.
Very good. That was good.
Sounds like a bad episode of Batman.
Yeah.
Show me Christy Lee's breasts or Gotham City gets it. What a lunatic.
Well, here's the thing, though.
What? It might have worked.
You need to see him.
Yeah.
What do you do when you have to see him? And
so they've arrested the guy, and you know what he's going to get for a sentence? Probably 9 to 5 years in the big house. Thank you. Thank you very much.
What a way to serve a sentence.
Pat, do you have something for us?
Domestic terrorists. Terrorists.
Yeah.
So, okay. Domestic terrorists. What's that word? Terrorists? Sorry. Pat, you have a tribute?
Tribute about my girlfriend's boobs, or would you like Island in the Stream? It's up to you, Tommy.
Islands in the Stream. Oh, that's the one that Dolly did with Kenny Rogers.
Yes, it is.
His first version, all by himself.
Oh, I'd love to hear it.
No, he did a solo version?
Getting older, something that I hate. Waking up all night, thanks to my prostate. I stand at the toilet, and I just have to wait. Doctor told me I might require medication to help with the flow of my urination, and something stuck together, working against each other, bifurcated stream, peeing in the dark, nothing in between, to the left it arcs, on the right it's wild, growing down my pants, they're independent of each other, like one brother and another, come on, bifurcated stream, got some on the floor, the wife she tripped and fell, and she's awful sore, pee is on the seat, now she's really mad, and we're fighting with each other, she's gone to stay with her mother, There you go. That's the first version.
Yes. And then Dolly said, hey, I have a different idea.
All right. Let's go a different way, she said.
Bifurcated stream. Christy, if you experienced that, you wouldn't be aware of it.
I don't think so.
As a lady.
No.
But as a gentleman, you understand the idea
he comes
here.
out in two different areas.
Yeah, kind of a water wiggle, if you will.
Why does that happen? Do you get something stuck in there?
Yeah, sometimes, a lot of times it's post-coital. At least it is for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
That'll happen. Then you got to decide, okay, which one has more fluid, and that's the one we're going to dedicate to the actual bowl.
Why don't you sit down so it doesn't go everywhere?
Because you're already standing and you're going, and you can't just clamp it off and do a quick spin. So you have to decide which one is delivering the most fluid ounces to
Why
the
don't you
bowl.
just sit down real quick? How about that?
Again, you're facing the wrong way.
I say the strong defense is a good offense or whatever. That's
so sit
that's what
down
I
to
do.
begin with?
Yeah, if I sense a bifurcated stream because of some activity that just took place, I'm either going in the sink or something.
Going in the sink?
It's got a real wide basin.
What? Oh, my
I
God.
pee in the sink quite often.
Now, do you need a stool to get up over the sink?
No, the sink is a perfect height.
Really?
Yes, and then when I wash my hands, it washes the sink.
What about isn't the tube below the sink shaped like a giant U? So when you leave, isn't that now full of urine?
No, basic plumbing.
The pee trap?
Yeah, it doesn't sit down in there like that. It goes all the way out.
No, it sits in there.
No, it doesn't.
That's the whole.
Your house would just be filled with mosquitoes. If that were the case.
No, that's what keeps the gases from coming back up. Is that the water down there?
That was the big invention in indoor plumbing. Was the pee trap?
So I'm saying if you're filling it with urine,
I'm not. I fill it with urine, and then I wash my hands, so the water and the soap pushes the urine down.
I think you've got watered down pee.
My house never smells like pee.
There you go.
Well, it's because you've got a cat.
You could eat out of my sink.
You can't tell your house could be made of urine.
That's
you
not
wouldn't know.
true. My cat doesn't. There's no scent in there.
Really?
Besides goodness, candles and stuff.
Goodness.
Yeah, okay. When we come back, we have another hot dog tribute. Also, Snoop Dogg has a new product coming out, and they may have found a cure for certain food allergies. That's the good news. There is bad news that comes with this, though.
And when we come back, you'll ask me if I've ever peed in the sinks here.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Okay, can you get it up over the lip with this one?
I will lie to your face.
Okay. We're coming back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
Keep us with you at all times. Get the Bob and Tom app now at your app store. State law.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin Honey, the cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin Honey. Eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
And a good morning to you. It is Wednesday, August 24th. My name is Mark Allison. Saw my first concert a week ago tonight, actually. Breaking Benjamin and Bush, as well as Alice in Chains. It was a great show. It was nice seeing live music, being out amongst the people, you know, being at a concert, paying for overpriced beers and enjoying the music loud and in your face. Well, you have a chance to do that as well. You can enter to win the Beyond the Bourbon all-inclusive sweepstakes brought to you by Team Kentucky, a VIP weekend pass to see the Bourbon and Beyond Music Festival at Highland Festival Grounds right there in the Kentucky Expo Center. Bands such as Pearl Jam, Jack White, Kings of Leon, Chris Stapleton, and over 50 other bands. You could win VIP passes, airfare credit, fly in from wherever you live, hotel accommodation so you have a place to lay your head, ground transportation, you get to the show and back to your hotel and the airport, and more. Just go to bobandtom.com/contest. Click on the Beyond the Bourbon contest. It's that simple. It's free to enter, and you could be a big winner. We've got to give it away to somebody. Why not you? Again, thanks to everyone at Team Kentucky for sponsoring this great, inclusive, all-inclusive trip contest to Bourbon and Beyond Music Festival. And good luck from all of us at the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News. House of the Dragon landed as the most-watched series premiere ever for HBO. According to Nielsen, nearly 10 million people watched the Game of Thrones prequel on its first night Sunday, either by streaming or linear TV. That's still probably less than half the number of folks who will eventually see the episode. HBO's been building anticipation for this series all summer. A moldy, waterlogged mess of reel-to-reel and cassette tapes that have been infested with mice has been resurrected as a box set of Blondie music. The music had been stored in guitarist Chris Stein's barn outside Woodstock, New York for decades. Producer Ken Shipley says, unlike a hard drive, analog tapes are very resilient. Shipley and co-producer Steve Rosenthal cleaned up the tapes with the band's blessing to create the 124-track set Blondie Against the Odds. It comes out on Friday. And the National Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame finally has a home. The small Mississippi Delta town of Marks will house the facility that will honor R&B musicians. Local authorities say the facility should be finished in 2 or 3 years. More than 200 artists have been inducted into the Hall of Fame since it was founded in 2013, including Ray Charles, B.B. King, Donna Summer, and the Supremes. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like us dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show and my face from television. You are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Well, let's get a serious tip from you. When you get pulled over for a traffic thing, what's your suggestion? What do you do?
Just be polite.
Yep. Yeah, I can.
If you say yes or no, sir, more than likely you're going to get off unless you just run into a jerk. And
You're not supposed to get out of the car, right?
No. You know the best thing to do, and what I always do at night, if they pull me over, I always flip on my dome light and put my hands on the. And they always say, "Oh, you've been arrested before." And I go, "No, I'm an ex-cop." And then all of a sudden, everything just smooths.
Now, how do you prove you're an ex-cop? Do you have some kind of special signal?
I just say I make more money now.
And they know that you're.
They know I'm.
I see. Okay, good.
I'm so doing that. Tell them I'm next cop.
You don't ever say you know a cop either.
Oh, really?
Because then the automatic response is, "Yeah, I know him. I hate him."
Oh, they must know the same cop we know.
Wow, that's sad.
That's the automatic response.
Oh, really?
That's the worst thing you can say. But I got a friend that's a police officer.
So I have a free pass.
Yeah.
Right?
You can't pull me over.
I'm assuming I can go on with my life.
Hey, I give it the police fund. Does that help if I have the bumper sticker in the car?
No.
That's the first thing they look.
Times today on Q95.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi.
Josh Arnold is here.
Hey, Jake.
He's at the upside desk.
Sorry for the joke during the break.
No, it's fine. We'll tell you here in a minute. There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
It's really bad, Josh. Not good at all. Terrible.
Well, we're going to share it with everyone.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom. Christy got some correspondence.
During the break, one of my good friends on Twitter owns an alpaca farm, I believe in Pennsylvania, and he said, I have a surprise coming for you, and I sent back, are you sending me an alpaca? And Josh said,
oh, are you going to get an alpackage? And then Chick said, boy, it never stops with you, does it? And that made me laugh a lot.
And keep in mind, it's off the air.
Yeah, he's still trying.
That was a freebie.
Yeah.
I didn't get paid for that.
No. Yes, Willie.
Chick, what about Al Package, but it's a porn star, and the package is referring to his...
Al's Package.
Yeah, exactly. Al Package.
That'd be a good person for Dick Hitswater to sit in for.
Al's Package?
Oh, good.
Al Package.
Alpaca. Or fudge.
Alpaca?
No.
Alpaca fudge?
No, fudge packer.
Man, you are predictable.
We can write off the air.
Yeah, we can. Elmer
No, I
fudge.
think it's a good meeting. It's a good meeting we're having.
Why do they call you fudge, Al? You like candy? No.
Well, I just like to watch.
No, hate it.
No, actually, that isn't the disturbing. That is not the disturbing thing off the air.
What was the disturbing
We were
thing?
talking about, we had a nice letter from Colorado Springs from someone who's going to go, he's got the best tickets ever to see Kostaki Economopoulos coming up at Looney's this Friday night. And he indicated that he had VIP tickets. This is from Mr. P, Mike P, in Colorado Springs. And then Willie mentioned some kind of romantic adventure he had in Colorado Springs. Do you want to do the short version of that real quick?
I just made out with a girl. She had a nipple ring. Just one.
One nipple ring. And
Yeah,
so
and
we're off the air. We're walking out, and Josh says...
I think I'd need the two. My OCD wouldn't. I'd be like, you have to get a second. Yeah. I can't just do the one.
I think one's kind
You're
of
off balance here.
I think one's kind of
I hope you never get any testicular issues and have to lop one off. You're going to muzzle Doc. It's got to be an even number, Doc. Take them both.
Oh, no, I would get a nudicle.
Get a nudicle,
Yeah.
yeah.
You know, the fake ball?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do they do that for people?
Yes.
I know they do it for dogs.
I think that's how it probably started.
Yeah, those
people, I think.
Mm-hmm. I definitely get one.
Does the doctor come in and show you like an array of fake balls? And
I think he probably knows what size to put in there.
I would like some kind of a choice.
Robert Schimmel said that if he ever got one, it would be a lotion dispenser.
Yeah, I would hope it's like getting paint. You know, you get like swatches, and then you got to go home, and you got to sit with them for a while, and there's different textures, different sizes.
Well, it goes inside. You're not going to feel anything.
It's like an oval ping pong ball they just put in there.
Put it inside your sack.
Yeah. But what if it was like the consistency of like a silly putty or something? You could like squeeze it and kind of goof around with it.
Oh, make it squeak. Mm-hmm. Drive your dogs crazy.
That's not bad.
Drive your dogs.
Yeah, until they grab your balls. And
Yeah, exactly.
Please. You could put a Bluetooth speaker in there and you could work out and not even have headphones at the gym. That'd be cool.
Hey, will you turn your nuts down, please?
You can hear this guy's nuts all the way up.
I call them my ball buds. Get it? No, I imagine that you. I imagine they come in various shapes and sizes, and you don't want them to.
Sure.
And presumably, you don't want them. You don't want them to match.
Why not?
Well, you kind of do.
Why wouldn't you?
Because in nature, they're not the same size.
Well,
you want
if
them to
you
be
had the
close.
opportunity to make them the same size, wouldn't you?
Yes. Yeah, I've got some bad news. You've got testicular cancer. The good news is you're going to end up with one good ball, and the new one's going to match it. So, in case you're modeling for balls monthly, you're not going to look like some kind of freak.
Do you look like some kind of freak? Is that what you're saying?
No, I look like a normal, natural man.
Really?
I don't have
What's a normal, natural man?
whatever I am that defines it.
Okay.
I think we all agree that normality is defined by one's own presence.
Well, fair enough. Fair enough.
God, what do you have a mismatch set?
No, pretty normal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You just jumped on the yes, please. I want them to match.
Well, no, if I had one taken away, I'd want them to match. Yeah.
Really? You wouldn't want them to be?
No.
You don't want it to be like the original?
Even it up.
Well, I think it's like women's breasts. One's larger than the other, right? Normally?
I think so. But
And I think if you leave that up to the person choosing the breasts as far as an implant, I think they always choose bigger, and they always want to go bigger, but I think it should be left up to the doctor to see how it's going to look after it's been installed, you know?
Sure. I would trust the doctor on this.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
go, hey, give me what you think is going to look
Same
best.
with the testicles, yeah.
I wonder. We'd have to get a urologist or a surgeon on the phone. I wonder if anyone ever goes for. Look, doc, we're taking out the bad one. I want the new one to be huge.
It's real big. I want to look like a penny farthing down there.
You know those bicycles with the front wheels huge.
Big tire. Yeah.
Okay, how much does an artificial testicle cost? Oh my gosh,
What?
They pricey?
the price ranges between $2,000 and $3,000.
What?
Well, you don't want...
It's going in your body.
Yeah, you don't want it to get infected or anything. That would be awful.
See, that's why I wouldn't get one of the... I would go ahead and see a veterinarian or something, and I would get one of those deer Neuteticles. Because those are just under $1.
I didn't see it coming.
Working overtime.
We reworked a classic joke.
Yeah.
And I didn't see it coming.
Nope.
Well, thank you very much, Josh.
Boy, you're welcome. It was...
You're working hard.
Some heavy lifting, but I got this.
Yeah. You get your paycheck this week.
Appreciate it.
How does it feel to be the king of animal-themed puns? Do you like that?
Well, when you put it that way, it sounds miserable.
No, you're the king.
I don't want to be the king.
Well, let's see now. You can find out everything you want to find out about what they refer to as testicular prostheses.
It's important.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
But $2,000 to $3,000. Wow.
Who's the most famous uniballer, Lance?
Probably.
Do we know if he got a
I don't know.
prosthesis or prosthetic?
I would assume he probably left it empty just for
For the bike
you
and
know,
be
for
more
the purposes of
comfortable.
the bicycle
Fit
seat.
on the seat. Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Really?
And weight. I mean, they trim all the weight off those bikes.
So
How much can a ball possibly weigh?
Well, if anybody knows in this room, it's you. I've only lifted mine.
And by the way, a mouthful is not a unit of weight.
A mouthful.
The man is on fire.
Thank God.
I don't know what to do.
Josh, I don't have it today, and I want to tell you thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for bringing it, brother.
So much.
Well, when we come back, if we come back, we have a lot of animal news and a lot of food news.
Oh.
And they do.
Some you're going to like, some you're not going to like.
They do make artificial testicles for male dogs that are neutered.
Yeah, Neuteticles.
Now, I've had many dogs, as you know, and I've never bothered to do that.
I know. Doesn't it kind of just shrivel up and then
Mine has
nothing?
accoutrement
But I
down
mean,
there except for his little...
is the thought that the dog knows it?
I don't know.
I don't think they're aware.
Yeah.
That they don't have the delivery system, if you will, for their seed anymore. Yes, thank you.
Yes.
I wonder if the Neuteticles are significantly cheaper than the ones for human beings.
Maybe.
Why?
They'd have to be.
Why? I mean, the opposite's true of medications. Dog sometimes dog prescriptions are more than
Neuticles cost from $159 a pair.
A pair? Significantly lower.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want the doctor telling you need a pair. If you're a human.
But that's a
You're better off
that's
just
a
getting the one.
bargain hunter, though. You know. I saved $2,500. These are $159 a set.
What doctor did you go to?
Veterinarian.
And other than the fact that I keep trying to lick them, I feel okay.
This is great.
We got plastic Easter eggs downstairs.
Neuticle allows your precious pet to retain its natural look, self-esteem, and aids the pet and the pet's owner with trauma associated with altering.
I wish I had 1/10 of my golden retriever's self-esteem.
yeah. My golden retriever has enough self-esteem right after eating my other golden retriever's dog turds.
Yeah.
Looks up and goes, "Hi, how's my breath?"
I got the world by the tail.
Okay, I want to remind you that coming up, we've got some live shows with Josh and Willie and Kostaki and Reno and Greg Warren. I'm going to tell you who's going to be where, when, and even Mr. Godwin. Also coming up, it's the Ace Cosby joke of the day with a special treat today. I'm telling you. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Bob and Tom, 24/7. Jessica Alsman from the Bits and Pieces podcast and comedian relationship expert Allie Breen with Sexy Time on the way on this Wednesday, August 24th. Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. You can see the Bob and Tom Show on our YouTube channel anytime, even right now. Just go to YouTube and search the Bob and Tom Show. It's just that easy as we roll through this Wednesday together. Hump Day, everybody. Bob and Tom, 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. Residents of Kiev have woken to air raid sirens as Ukraine observes its Independence Day, exactly 6 months since the start of the Russian invasion to their country. Authorities in the capital banned large-scale gatherings till Thursday featuring the national holiday might bring particularly heavy Russian missile attacks. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky urged the public to be vigilant. A small number of residents gathered at Kiev Central Square. Destroyed Russian tanks and mobile artillery were put on display over the weekend, and the national anthem played every morning at 7 a.m. local time. Wednesday's holiday commemorates Ukraine's 1991 Declaration of Independence from the Soviet Union. Meanwhile, closer to home, the Internal Revenue Service says it's conducting a comprehensive review of safety at its facilities. The action comes in response to an increasing number of threats born of conspiracy theories that agents were going to aggressively target middle-income taxpayers. I mean, they only hired 87,000 new employees. The climate, healthcare, and tax legislation signed into law by President Joe Biden last week included $80 billion in funding for tax collection efforts. Secretary Janet Yellen of the Treasury specifically directed the agency to not focus its attention on taxpayers with middle-class incomes, but misinformation spread rapidly online that agents were going to crack down on taxpayers of all earning levels. I guess we'll see what we will see. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
The one poll survey reveals average person will spend 36% of their life online. And in a lifetime, that amounts to 17,369 Instagram posts, 9,369 Instagram stories, 10,680 Facebook posts, and 8,911 tweets.
So 5,000 are pictures of food.
1,000 misinformation. Me just throwing stuff out there.
3,000 are your legs in front of a beach.
Right.
Oh, I love that.
My office.
I don't mind the picture. I'm like, oh, good for you. But then I go, put the phone down.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Time now for great moments in NFL history.
The year 1976. The place, Miami, Florida. It was Super Bowl 10, and America was celebrating her bicentennial. The national anthem that year was performed by a famous blind entertainer, Tom Sullivan. Let's listen to this rare recording of his pre-game performance.
Oh, say, can you see?
Mr. Sullivan.
What?
You're not on the microphone. Take 3 steps forward.
Oh, okay. It's just... By the dawn's early light.
While organizers were applauded for their support of people with disabilities, fans and critics alike agreed that a stage 12 feet off the ground was a particularly bad idea.
A little help now.
This has been great moments in NFL history. Hello, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. This has been Chick McGee speaking.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schlitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
Josh Arnold at the upside desk.
Hello.
Jessica Alsman joins us.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and now here he is, a natural man.
That's right.
Tom Griswold.
Yeah, right. These testicles are normal and natural.
Couple of tweets. That should be the name of your autobiography. A normal and natural man.
Oh, I like that.
Tom Griswold.
I'm thinking of calling it I Spoke Too Soon.
Whoops. That's very good.
Let's see now. We were talking about artificial testicles.
Okay.
Because they make them for dogs.
Yeah.
And as you know, I have a lot of dogs.
Sure.
And the new puppy, by the way, will be here in a couple of months.
Boy or girl?
We haven't decided yet.
Okay.
We reserved a puppy in this litter, and we have to pick one. I want to get another girl dog, but my girls seem to want a boy dog, so we'll see what happens. But the point is...
You're getting a boy dog.
Boy dogs are great.
Well, so you understand how the voting system works. They vote, then I go, okay.
I don't care. I don't care for the boy dogs. They got the
I wanted another boy dog, and my girls wanted a girl dog, and look what I got stuck with.
What'd you get stuck with?
A girl dog. It
Okay.
was crazy.
The point is, though, when they neuter a male dog, you have the option of putting in what they call Neuteticles, which are artificial plastic testicles. Now, why your dog would want them? Would you say that it's for the dog's self-esteem?
Self-esteem, yeah.
That's pretty sketchy. That's kind of projecting human qualities onto a dog. And I was talking to my dog yesterday about that.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Oh, I do that, don't I? But they do make artificial testicles for the human male of the species, if that's what I'm talking about. And you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We do, yeah.
I'm trying to explain this.
Hang in there, America. He'll get to a point here pretty soon.
I'm trying to explain this to Ms. Alsman, and it appears from this article that one of these artificial testicles is up to $3,000.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, I have both mine intact, and I do have some friends who have had... who have been fortunate enough to discover that they have an issue down there. And by the way, ladies, urge your man to check. There's a way to do that. Google, how do you check for a testicular cancer? Very important stuff, and it can be it can be dealt with very quickly. The earlier you find out, the better. But the point is, you can get these artificial testicles. And my one friend actually. He had a Super Ball installed in his sack.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Put a real bounce in his step. See, it's a Super Ball. You see.
So they're still lopsided. There you go.
But they're supposed to be lopsided.
Would you want your new fake one to be lopsided as well?
That's what we were talking about.
That was my whole point. Of course, I think you
No,
would.
I think you want them to be equal.
It's like if you get fake breasts, would you still want one to be bigger?
No,
or you want
I
it to be
wouldn't. No, I'd
the
want them
same,
equal.
Fit in the bra perfectly.
Yeah, but I think that in many cases with men, one is dramatically larger than the other.
Really?
And probably in certain cases.
Yeah. Now, Josh, have you ever gotten a good look-see at yours?
Of course. I have to lie down to do it.
Oh, jeez.
Is that what you want?
He seems.
Are you going to say it's like a series of pulleys and mirrors? And...
You're writing this joke better than I am.
He seems defensive.
I didn't have the pulleys in the equation. That makes it even funnier.
Mine match for the most part.
Really?
Do they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. No, I mine don't. The left one hits the water first. That's how I know.
Okay.
But they're the same size. One just hangs lower.
I think he's kidding.
Oh.
I don't think he's kidding.
I didn't think he was either.
No way.
$3,000 seems pretty steep.
Yeah.
Boy.
I mean, I imagine that there are some guys that just gain and look, take the bad one out, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's possible to use a canine Neuticle for a human being. I would think it's not.
Right.
No, you can, except
no, there's no way.
Again, you'll find
illegally.
You'll find the patient constantly trying to lick his own balls. It's very distracting.
$3,000 is. I mean, there are probably some guys who don't have the money who would love to have one, though. I mean, they'd give their left nut.
Well, and Josh, that's why they actually that expression "ballin'," like having a lot of money. That's why they call it that, because you have so much money. You
Oh,
can
really?
Right.
Oh, I see.
Ballin'.
You learned
Now,
something.
I have a question about it. Do you remember the surgeon that was in the news last year? I think it was the guy was caught, if I'm not mistaken, if I remember the story, he was caught putting his initials or his name, engraving it on.
Wasn't it on?
I thought it was a breast implant.
I thought it was
breast
on
augmentation.
Was it?
No, he
I
was
thought it was a
like
fallopian
hearts or
tube
something.
or
No, he was putting his name on some kind of, I don't know, on a kidney or a liver. Or something.
Yeah, it was. He was actually burning it into.
Yeah, which to me, hey, look, if you're a gifted surgeon, go for it. You know, while you're down there, I don't care what you put down there. You're fixing me up. You know, whatever you want, buddy.
That's
not gonna say
insane.
You can put your phone number, whatever you want. Thanks for sewing me up. I appreciate it.
How would you know?
Yeah, it's just I don't know how you would, because he really was like burning.
I know, but you would never know.
There'd be scar tissue on that organ now.
I suppose the argument would be that there could be something could go wrong. My point is, I wonder if anybody getting these artificial testicles has ever had like their initials put on them in diamonds. You know how people remember there was that fad. People that wore glasses.
What, you think
Do
they're
remember this?
engraving them?
We
like
did
they're
rhinestones on.
There was a fad in the 80s in which
Yes.
They had these really ugly glasses, these huge glasses where the side piece would go to the bottom. It's a really unfortunate fashion thing. Even the most beautiful woman looks awful with these things.
Like mud flaps on a glass, like glasses.
And their glasses, yeah, they'd have the, what do you call the ears, the side things?
The
Stems?
temple.
They would go to the bottom instead of to the top. They looked ridiculous. But the point is, they had huge glasses, and they would put their initials in little diamonds or whatever on the lower corner.
Right.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And then the famous singer Ronnie Milsap had them full size, just covered both eyes. He's blind
because he was blind.
So now you're insinuating that people should get them.
No, I'm saying I bet there's someone who's so rich that
They would have them.
hey doc, I had the artificial testicle. My initials are on it.
You can get it fur trimmed.
And my website.
You could get it fur trimmed.
I guarantee they have serial numbers on them. Not to get too morbid here, but there have been murder cases solved because of the serial numbers on fake boobs.
Really?
On silicone implants. They went, we were able to identify this person based on the serial number of their
Interesting.
breast.
That'd be a great scene in the Hallmark movie we're writing for Halloween. Where they in the autopsy, they take out the guy's testicle and R17402. You're kidding me.
Hallmark, you know what they do on Hallmark.
right.
Josh and I have been threatening to write a Hallmark movie for a long time, and my idea is to do one, because most of the good ones are Christmas-based.
Yes, but it's very heartwarming.
Yeah, you could do a really heartwarming Halloween one where when he meets her, she's got this costume on.
Sure.
Identify.
She's like a witch, and she's ugly with warts on her face and stuff. And then, of course, when she takes the makeup off, she's gorgeous. And
But no testicle play. Yeah.
Oh, no, but they're solving a murder mystery.
Okay, well then.
That happened during
I think
the
what Chick is saying,
haunted
Hallmark would pass.
Yes, I would
we
think
would
so.
have to go to FX or something.
Oh, so we can't have the testicle part in there?
You're really harping on this. Are you going towards a ball mark joke? Is that where this is going?
Oh, no, that'd be good, though. I'll think about that.
That works.
Okay. So we've discovered in any event the priciness of an artificial testicle. And maybe there's a physician out there that can explain if you can use the dog-based ones.
Well, I don't think you'd want to do that.
Yeah, you don't want the cheaper. You don't want to go cheap when it comes to your fake.
When you put something in your body, you want it to be top grade.
Well, sorry, it dissolved.
Yeah.
Oh, we shouldn't have put the poodle one in.
Yeah.
God for the Great Dane.
They know you were allergic to dog chow. How? Come on.
You're on the phone with the insurance people. Well, it looks like with your policy, you're going to get the doggy testicle. So sorry. That or nothing. Okay. Coming up in the news, Christy, what's happening?
Well, we have a new white rhino that was born at the San Diego Zoo Safari Park. McDonald's is test running a new Big Mac. Snoop Dogg has a new cereal coming out.
Really?
Yeah, and then we have the human meat burger, but we'll tell you about that later.
Yeah, it's the human
wanna
meat
know.
burger. It's
Tastes like human flesh.
I don't really want to know anything about this.
They say it tastes like human flesh.
How do they know?
Why?
There's a lot of experimentation.
We know, trust us.
Also coming up, the Ace Cosby Joke of the Day special edition brought to you by Me Time, that new comedy with Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg. That's coming up. Very excited about that. Right now, I want to remind you about a mission. It's the mission of Napa. Napa Auto Parts stores have been on a mission for almost a century. They're known for having quality parts, more than 500,000 of them, and also expert knowledge behind the desk to help you, the driver, get that car and get that truck and keep it on the road. Napa will help drivers like you every day. Find out about their huge network of parts and auto care. Nearly 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores, over 17,000 Napa Auto Care centers, meaning you're never far from quality products and great service. Your ride needs it, and so do you. So check it out by going to NapaOnline.com and find out about Napa's great services and find a Napa location near you. That's NapaOnline.com. They've got Napa know-how. Coming up, we've got more hot dog news. And if you have food allergies, you don't want to go anywhere. You're going to be stunned at this new development. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom.
How are things going, Ron? You're out on tour. You got a lot of live shows happening.
Yeah, they keep showing up, and I can't believe it either.
We have. I noticed you've got your guitar out.
I do.
Give that a strum. I want to see if. Oh, that's nice.
I'd like to sing you a song that could probably change your life. but I don't have one. So I'll just sing this. She don't have a boyfriend, and she don't really care. She's always real happy. She's got a grin from ear to ear. And she don't need no alcohol to find her happy spot. She found that a long time ago, and buddy, she goes there a lot. Bean flicking her bean, knocking one out like a beauty queen. No time for love, cause it's too much work, just to flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Go on, flick it, girl. Well, here she comes and there she goes, dancing around on her tippy toes. Have you ever seen a woman just smile like that after sitting at home and just rubbing that cat? It ain't over when she gets back home. She'll be flicking that thing until the cows come home. Bean flicking her bean, knocking one out like a beauty queen. No time for love, cause it's too much work, just to flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicking her bean where she won't get hurt. Flicky, 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 flick. Flicky, 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 flicking the bean.
Oh, gosh. Thanks. I needed that.
Is that masturbation?
Yeah, I think that's the sign.
Masturbation. Essential morning radio. All day and all night.
Might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Now in theaters from Bob and Tom Pictures.
Hey, Christy, it's Rob. It's been a while. I was just thinking maybe we should give it another try. Call me later.
Christy, pick up. Hey, how you doing, girl? It's me. I'm back in town. Man, the West Coast sucked. Oh, come on, give me a call.
Hi, Christy. Hey, it's me. Remember me? Hey, I was looking at some old pictures of that time back in Tuscaloosa. When, I'm sure you remember. I'll call me.
From Bob and Tom Pictures, Christy Lee stars in The X-Men.
Hey, Christy, it's your favorite drummer. I'm in town playing for a new band called Saber. Call me.
Hey, Christy, it's me, Donnie Baker. Hey, I was cleaning out the boat and I found a pair of your, anyways, I think they're yours. Can we try it again? I got the motor fixed. I swear to God it works better. You ain't gonna have to row or nothing this time. On my pager.
Christy Lee's X-Men, now showing every other weekend and Wednesdays if she's not too busy.
Hey, man, this is Donnie Baker, and this is Bob and Tom 24/7. I swear to God it is. That's like all day and most of the night.
It's an old Eskimo trick of how to catch a polar bear. Now, what you do is you go cut a hole in the ice, right? And then you take little peas and you place them strategically 4 inches apart all the way around the hole. Right. and a polar bear will crawl up and he'll look at it, and very much curiosity is what is going on there. Now, when he bends over to take a pee, you kick him in the ice hole.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Yes, present.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold at the Upside Sidekick desk.
Hi.
Jessica Alsman joins us.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Well, thank you very much, Chick McGee, looking extra handsome today.
Thank you, Tom.
Stonky days.
Okay. Fair enough. You got me.
It's time now for something special. Ladies and gentlemen.
What?
There's a new movie out there called Me Time. It's one of those buddy comedies starring two greats, Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg, both of whom have been guests on the Bob and Tom Show. It's premiering this Friday, August 26th, exclusively on Netflix. Rated R for really funny. And guess what? The movie Me Time, starring Kevin Hart and Mark Wahlberg, is happy, or at least confused enough to sponsor the Ace Cosby joke of the day.
Who's that sexy man with the
They know funny.
Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
We've been talking about dogs all morning. What do you call a dog magician?
A dog magician? I don't know.
A labracadabrador.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
He's getting very physical now.
Well, you have to see that one. That was.
I like that.
I admire you want to take that on.
A labracadabra. A labracadabra. I can't even say it. Labracadabra.
You can see that tonight on YouTube. Thank you.
Oh, there you go.
That's right. This show on the YouTube now. Thank you very much. Also, chunks of a bunch of our albums are being loaded as we speak onto Spotify, including some Mr. Obvious adventures and some of the songs, some of the classics like Blow Me a Kiss. The apparently banned Prisoner of Love.
Oh.
Sometimes referred to as something else. That's up there, though. Certainly worth a listen. I think you'll find that on the Spotify service. Thank you very much. Now, we have Christy Lee at the Bob and Tom News Desk. Have we missed anything?
Oh, gosh, we've missed a lot. McDonald's is going to be testing a chicken Big Mac in the United States following a popular trial run in the UK. The chain confirmed to USA Today that select Miami area locations will feature the menu item this month. McDonald's said the sandwich is made with 2 crispy tempura chicken patties and is topped with its Big Mac sauce, pickles, shredded lettuce, and American cheese.
Yeah, it sounds good.
The chicken Big Mac was introduced in the UK earlier this year, sold out in less than 2 weeks. Big hit.
Cluck, yeah. Sounds good.
Cluck, cluck.
Cluck. Cluck, yeah. I have a question.
Yes?
Why would you test market it in Miami?
I don't know. They must have the reasons.
But to me, that would be a non-representative population of the United States.
You don't think folks in Miami like a chicken burger?
I just don't think it's... I don't think it's,
What do you...
I mean, typically they do Midwest areas.
Yeah, typically they do cities in Indiana, Ohio, Illinois.
I've always read that Columbus, Ohio is like the meat of, if you will, of, the most representative of the country, I guess. I don't know how, but yeah.
I would just think that the population there isn't particularly matching up with the population of the average American city.
I have no idea.
Critical. I mean, maybe they're big on chicken? I don't know.
I feel like they're more in shape in Miami, probably.
Oh, there's a lot of fatties there, too.
Oh, okay, good.
They must know.
Good.
McDonald's must know what. I mean,
but I think they're really missing. They're calling it. What are they calling it? Is it
The chicken Big Mac.
Oh, they missed it. Obviously.
Oh, what do you think?
I know it. Yeah.
Obviously, the Big Quack.
Big Quack. Yeah.
Well, that's not chicken. That would
That
be
would
duck.
be a duck.
Oh, yeah.
You mean? Are you telling me chickens don't quack?
They're a buck.
Damn it! How did I not know that?
Especially after cluck, yeah.
Wouldn't it be the big cluck?
Big Cluck.
They don't go cluck and then quack? Isn't that a show on NPR?
Cluck and quack.
Cluck and quack, the Tappet brothers? I used to love that show.
Me too.
Those guys were the best. Wow.
Not the only new food out there.
I want to... Doesn't McDonald's have a chicken sandwich?
Yeah, but this is like a...
Yeah, like I think they have a grilled and a breaded. They got it.
I'd like to try this.
The Big Mac chicken? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, do you want to go to Miami to do it?
Yeah, man.
Fly him down there, Tom.
There you go.
Fly me down to Miami, Tom.
Buy me a big quack.
I saw a billboard. Speaking of Big Mac, I saw a billboard for Ms. Pat's TV show yesterday.
Oh, cool.
On BT Plus. What's it called?
BET Plus.
BET Plus.
It's up for an Emmy.
Yeah, it's very successful. He's doing great.
Good for you.
We'll never hear from her again.
She promised. I said that to her the other day, and she goes, "I promise that's not going to happen." Family.
We had Ms. Pat on when no one would touch her.
Yeah.
So she'll be happy to come back.
Yes.
Of course.
Hey, Snoop Dogg, the rapper, actor, and entrepreneur,
Snoop-a-loop
is launching a new breakfast cereal. It's called Snoop Loops.
Snoop-a-loops.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you just guess that?
Yeah, I had no idea. But that's
chicken
a line. That's a line I think from
Old School?
Old School, yeah. Will Ferrell says Old School.
The whole grain cereal looks similar to Kellogg's Fruit Loops, but it also
Snoop is at the party. Snoop-a-loop. Yeah.
includes marshmallows. Fellow rapper and mogul Master P unveiled the new breakfast treat on Instagram over the weekend.
So this is a legitimate cereal.
It's not hemp-based, is it? Marijuana-based?
I think it would have to.
No, I think you eat it after, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Or during.
you put it in a bowl and put gin on it and then have a glass of juice on the side.
Sure. That's fun.
On your way.
That's
Laid
the only Snoop song I know.
My mind on my money and my money on my mind.
Yeah.
Gosh, that song rules.
It does. It's
why-
a good song.
This is an interesting. I never thought about because all these celebrities have liquor now.
Sure.
What is it? George Clooney had. What does he have? Tequila or mezcal? I
They
guess.
sold that and made a ton of money.
And then
Ryan Reynolds has a gin, doesn't he?
Who?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, and then Sammy Hagar, of course, had that tequila. A lot of them have a booze, but a cereal. That's a great. You know who should do this? Is what's his name? Post Malone.
Yes.
Wouldn't be from Kellogg's, obviously.
No,
It would have to be from Post.
Naturally.
If Kellogg wanted to stick it to Post, maybe. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Why not?
Yeah, like when Scott Goodyear almost won the Indy 500 on Firestones. God, that would have been a great ad, wouldn't it? The word man was robbed. Okay, well,
Wait a minute.
so Snoop has
Snoop Loops.
Snoop Loops. Okay, it's interesting. What's his name? Oh God, I'm trying to remember. Who's that really nasty rapper who's very, you know what I'm talking about? Very
The guy that you don't like in the Dua Lipa song?
Girl, guy, what are we talking about?
a gentleman rapper. He's very offensive to women.
Is he in Levitating?
No, is that what's that guy's name?
The Baby.
That's right. Yeah, his new cereal, Nuttin' Bitch. It's just very negative, I think.
Hey, honey, what are you eating in there?
Nuttin' Bitch.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm sorry.
I love you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is the hip hop world? Am I listening wrong? It's not incredibly offensive most of the time. So
What are you? Are you some church mom complaining about things being offensive?
That's correct.
What's wrong with you?
I'd like to be offensive in my own way. Well, that reminds me of this great cereal that was developed here on the Bob and Tom Show.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin, honey. The cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin, honey. Ladies, he'll love the taste, and you'll love that filling feeling.
Oh, my God, Norman, where did you get that thing?
Nuttin' Raisin, honey, from Post. Who else? Nuttin' Raisin, honey, coming to a store near you. Nuttin' Raisin, honey. Eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
A little bit of nut and raisin. Once again, Snoop Dogg's new cereal, though, is called Snoop Loops.
Yep.
I just looked it up here. This is interesting. They've got a mascot.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Instead of Toucan Sam, it's Token Sam.
Token Sam!
Yeah, and then inside the prize, there's a prize inside, like back in the old days.
Oh.
It's a Willie Griswold not-for-weed lighter.
It was a bold collaboration.
How about that?
You'd think you don't want a lighter near cardboard, but we're kind of just freestyling.
Or for children.
Or for kids.
Hey, come on, grow up, kids.
Kids need lighters, you know. They have to commit arson behind the house. They have to have fun, too.
Sure. That reminds me, Willie and Josh are doing something this weekend. They'll be at the famous Daniel's Vineyard Saturday night. I look around and I see some great spots. We've got Reno Collier in early September at Comedy Off-Broadway in Lexington.
Oh, yeah.
And then we've got Greg Warren coming up in early September at Zany's in Chicago. Then Greg is going to be recording his new television special in Lexington. Am I correct on this, Josh?
That's right.
Was that October 1st?
Yeah, you can see him September 30th and October 1st.
And in the audience will be Josh Arnold?
Yeah,
Are you
I'll be there.
Are you going to do the intro at least?
I don't think I'll be involved at all. In fact, I was talking to him on the phone, and I had many, many ideas that he poo-pooed.
Really? So you tried to invite yourself, and it didn't work. Okay, good.
Many ideas.
Well, you could be getting him iced tea in the green room, but you can go see him there. Is that going to be at Comedy Off-Broadway?
That's right, in beautiful Lexington.
That'll be great.
Athens of the West.
Pat Godwin in early September is going to be down in Evansville.
Yeah.
For a very special gig. We'll get some details on that
Saturday
coming
at
up.
Coslet's Furniture Store.
And,
cool. I've heard that's so fun.
I love it down there. It is such a fun room, and it's the best.
What piece of furniture are you coming back with?
I think I'm going to get a couch.
Yeah, man.
There you go.
What day is this, Pat?
September 3rd.
September 3rd.
You don't have a couch at your place?
I do, but I'd like a newer one, yeah. That's the deal.
Did you, the one you got now,
there's a big
did
dent
you
in the
break it
middle
with
of
that new girlfriend of yours?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Kind of swings in the bottom there. Pushing and grunting and begging.
This Saturday, one of our listeners informed us the closest Donnie Baker will ever get to Princeton, the university, is Princeton, Indiana. He'll be at the Toyota Event Center coming up this Saturday night. Have I covered everybody here?
That's a great event.
Greg Hahn is also in Indiana.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Greg Hahn is going to be our
Garden
guest
Center.
coming up Friday. We'll tell you where he's going to be when he's here. He's got like 3 different gigs coming up, including a special one with Willie on Sunday.
Sunday starts the weekend.
Okay, we'll get to all that.
You know the old saying.
That's right.
Well, we'll have to get some of this Snoop Dogg Snoop Loop cereal when it's available. So,
okay.
It sounds interesting. I wonder what it tastes like. Probably like cereal.
Cereal.
Yeah, it sounds like a Fruit Loops with Lucky Charms combination because it has the
Very nice.
marshmallows in there.
I want Cheerios. I want Apple Jacks. I want Lucky Charms. Just throw it all in there.
Wow.
That'd be great.
I am a cereal mixer.
I'm a cereal mixer.
Me too.
I've never done it.
I've never done it.
It never even occurred to me until I heard you guys
I
talking
am
about it.
shocked by that.
Yeah, I know.
No. I'm just because it's just such
I
a
do
natural thing.
Shredded wheat.
Nope.
The big shredded wheat.
All right.
You put it in a paper bag or a glass
Plastic bag.
and then beat it with that.
You have a
that
silver
kitchen
hammer.
hammer.
Why don't you just buy the mini wheats?
Because that's a whole different thing.
Well, now you can buy like the mini marshmallows on their own from like Lucky Charms or the off-brand whatever, and you can throw that in any cereal. Make it better.
I like to mix in grape nuts.
With your shredded wheat.
Yeah, oh, that's good. That's good.
Why? That's mixing 2 bad things together.
Yeah.
No.
I love
Two
grape
delicious
nuts.
I do too.
Yeah, they're great. My grandmother ate them when I could
Did you
remember
know
as a kid
that
thinking they were awful then,
This is
and now
true.
I love
I was
them.
talking to Dr. David Wolf, who had a nice birthday yesterday. Dr. Wolf, astronaut, 3-time space traveler.
Great guy.
Dr. David Wolf was telling me that to keep the tiles intact on the side of the space shuttle, they used grape nuts.
Really?
Yeah, they would eat the grape nuts, and then it forms a bond, unlike the most scientific chemical glue ever developed. There isn't a dishwasher in the world that can clean those things up if you don't rinse them immediately. Yeah. There was a grape nut shortage this summer.
There was.
Yeah, I remember you talking about it.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, I tried to get some the other day. They didn't have any.
You think they'd have plenty on hand?
Yeah,
I mix-
because they're so tasteless? No, I'm a big fan.
Grape nuts and Cheerios, those are good together too.
Willie, what's your cereals of choice? Do you mix?
I'm a big fan of Fruity Pebbles with a little bit of, you put raspberries in there, then put the milk over it, mix it up. Oof.
Wow, real fruit with your fake fruit. I don't know.
Yeah.
But you like it. Okay.
And I also do Fruity Pebbles and Cocoa Pebbles.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of best of both.
Bonnie, the kid's lost his mind.
I don't know what to do, Fred.
How did this happen? You're my son. I've never allowed those sugary cereals in the house.
There was a lot of things you didn't allow when I was 14.
I'm sure they found
Who bought all that stuff? Was Kathy sneaking that stuff into the house when I wasn't looking?
Not that stuff.
Oh,
There you
Kathy,
go.
your nanny/dealer. Well, they're laughing but not answering.
yeah, that's not true. She was not the nanny.
Could we move on?
I should have gone home when I thought about it the first time.
You should have.
Yeah.
Now, tomorrow on the show, the lovely Jessica Hooker is going to come in here, and we're going to try something that a chick had the news story about it. It's this, and we'll tell you, Ms. Alsman, because you haven't heard about this. A guy at a Yankee game, he was sitting right in the aisle, and some other spectator took a video of this guy. He takes a plastic straw and hollows out a hot dog, and then he puts the hot dog in a beer and sucks the beer in as if the hot dog is a straw.
Ew.
Yeah, it's gone viral. And
Also, there's hot dog in that straw still. What if he uses it accidentally?
You can see him sucking the hot dog bits out of the straw.
Sick. I don't know why that bothers me. I love hot dogs. I'll eat a hot dog, but sucking out the innards is kind of weird.
Well, for the 80s, if it were the 80s, you would have snorted it out of the straw.
That's like a funny fat guy thing. He's like doing a line of Parmesan cheese, and he uses a hot dog to snort it with.
Bright Lights, Fat City would be the name of that novel. Okay, where was I?
It's almost like a beer broth, I guess. Like if you soaked them in beer. I don't know.
Well, we recently did the challenge not too long ago, a month or so, where we dunked hot dogs into the beer and ate it. And that was
Right,
good.
that's true. We did.
There's the whole thing. Wasn't there a chain called, was
Lums.
it? Yeah.
Hot dog steamed in beer.
Right. I mean, and we've all done the thing where you take brats and boil them in beer before you put them in the grill.
That's the only way to do it.
Tasty.
But first of all, drinking beer with a straw.
It's rough, man. I did it.
My uncle used to do that, but of course he was confined to a wheelchair, so he didn't really have much of an option.
Oh, so he drank with a straw, moved with a straw.
Okay.
Oh, my
goodness. Uncle Bud.
Yeah.
Uncle Bud. We've never heard about Uncle Bud. We've been here for 35 years.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was my brother. He was my mom's brother, and he was a twin, and his twin sister was Marg.
Was she also in a chair?
No. She was not.
Well, they weren't twins, were they?
Yeah, no, they were quite different. They're easy to tell them apart.
Yes, different genders, quite clearly, by the way, in today's world. And Bud was in a chair. He was a great man, though.
Never heard about but
He
one
wasn't the
second
Las
about
Vegas
Bud.
guy, was he?
No.
Oh.
You mean the one that died with the hooker?
Yeah.
No.
He's no longer with us.
Can you please stop telling me deep family secrets that I've never heard about?
Well, you don't have to worry about Uncle Bud. He's no longer around. He lived on Fremont Street. There was a problem.
Is that a street at a slope, I'd imagine?
And very
famous San Francisco Street. Well, Willie, your aunt
He went
Jan.
out down to the mailbox one day and never came back.
Willie,
Have you seen my...
your Aunt Jan is listening, so she'll fill you in on all
Hi,
the
Jan.
details.
I don't have time for that today.
Okay, well, no, it's all true. But yeah, no, he would drink beer out of a straw, but he had no choice really. But I don't think he would have done it out of a hot dog straw.
Ew.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, no.
Just the girthiness when you're sucking is weird.
Okay, take that on.
Maybe for you. No wonder Donnie hasn't married you yet.
I mean, you went right for the jugular.
Hey, me? Oh, are you kidding? They call her. What do they call Alsman? What's her nickname?
Scorched Earth.
Scorched Earth.
You can't set him up like that, Alls.
I'm just saying, because it's weird if you're like, I'm not going to do it. Never mind. I can't defend it. You're right.
So tomorrow on the show, we're going to hollow out hot dogs and try to drink beer through them. Or whatever. I'll probably.
You're all going to get memed so hard.
I know. That's the problem.
That's all right. Screenshots.
What do you mean? What do we mean?
You're going to be photoshopped.
If we're sucking beer through a hot dog, you're not going to find that everywhere on the internet.
Why do you think we're doing it?
I love bananas. I haven't eaten a banana at work in here for like 2 years. I'm afraid if I enjoy myself, I have a banana, McDuffin's going to get
Yeah,
I had a brat once.
That's why you have to eat out there in the hallway. You have to hide.
Okay, we had bananas here once, and one was unusually thin, and I was so uncomfortable eating it. It was creepy.
These memes and videos have ruined it. That's why I don't go down on the janitor anymore.
Just don't do it.
They're just going to make a photo. They're just going to Photoshop it.
Yeah. If you notice, Godwin's so homophobic that he eats hot dogs like corn in the cob.
No knife and fork.
Hey, you know, this summer you can take premium audio with you wherever you go.
So it wouldn't be this show.
No, premium audio. Is what Raycon's everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever with 3 sound profiles to match whatever you're listening to, this mess or something good. They feature noise isolation and awareness mode, so you can choose to be immersed in sound or tune into your surroundings when you need to. And you can listen while you travel or maybe during a gruel workout. Optimized gel tips from the Raycons. They fit every ear ever made. They're comfortable enough for all day, and they do not budge. And Raycon, you also get 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours battery life. You get all this for half the price of other premium audio brands. No wonder Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 49,000 5-star reviews. Right now, go to buyraycon.com/Tom, and you get a deal, 15% off your Raycon order.
Right on top, Chick McGee. I got 2 letters. This comes to us from Mr. Pizzo. He says, I can't thank you guys enough for telling me about Raycons. I had the big name ones before, and this was a magnificent surprise when I put the Raycons in my ears. I felt my eardrums were getting a hug, the comfort beyond anything I've ever used. Thank you very much. Well, that's really nice. Thank you, Mr. Pizzo. Wonder if he works at a pizza place.
Pizzo's Pizza?
Pizzo's Pizza?
Oh.
Go to.
Or a wet floor place. Pizzo Mojado.
Never mind all that. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom and get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom. One more time. buyraycon.com/Tom. 15% off your Raycons.
Coming up, they've duplicated the taste of human flesh. And it's now in a burger.
Boy, oh boy.
Yeah, you think this was disgusting. That's up next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, thanks for listening.
Bob and Tom Band and Orchestra. These guys are all wound up and ready to rock, I think. So, Steve?
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, looks like we got dumped.
Uh-oh.
Is there anything you'd like to say to them? Well, our girls have left us, so I'd like to say just one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Baby, blow me. Oh, a kiss as you're leaving. Blow me. Oh, a kiss right now. 'Cause if you're gonna leave me, honey, I will surely miss the way you blow me. Oh, blow me a kiss. Come on and blow, 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 blow me. A kiss like you mean it. Blow me. A kiss right now. I really can't remember anything as hard as this. So blow me. Blow me a kiss. Wow. Some things in life are hard to swallow. She couldn't take it all, Dean. She couldn't handle everything. Who could? But if she comes back tomorrow, I'll be shooting my wad on flowers and a ring, honey. Blow me a kiss as you're leaving, baby. Blow me. Oh, a kiss as you go. And always think about me as you're going down your list. And blow me a kiss. I'll miss her arms and her elbows. I'll miss her arms and her elbows. I'll miss her legs so tall. Yeah! I'll miss her legs so tall. I'll miss her neck and her shoulders. Yes, sir. But I'll miss her head most of all. Rock out, fellas. Swinging them, Allie. Baby, blow me a kiss as you're leaving, baby. Blow me. Oh, a kiss as you go. And if you wanna come home, honey, that's okay. Just grab a hold of this. And baby, blow me. Baby, won't you blow me? Blow me a kiss. Tom
Jerry.
Band and Orchestra.
Amazing.
Thank you, Dean. Thank you, Jerry.
Playoff action. Candace Parker had 14 points, 13 rebounds, 8 assists. The Chicago Sky beat the Liberty 90-72 in that deciding Game 3 to advance to the semifinals of the WNBA playoffs. Major League Baseball yesterday in the National League, Cubs and the Cardinals split a doubleheader, also winning Atlanta, Philly, and the Dodgers. In the American League, Tampa Bay, Toronto, Baltimore, and Houston all win. And interleague play, San Francisco beat Detroit, Yankees over the Mets, Colorado, Arizona, Miami, Seattle, and Cleveland all win. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you everything I touch turns to sold.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Frigamall Broadcasting presents another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
The year was 1912. The place, Hocker on Rhine, Germany. After several complaints about unsanitary conditions from competitors in a sledding event, it was determined that some of the participants were unaware of the precise nature of a particular event. Once the officials removed all the phlegm balls from the course and explained that the name of the event was pronounced luge and not loogie, the competition continued without any further problems. Ironically, the eventual winner of the luge event was an Austrian named Karl Bürgermeister. He took the gold medal by a narrow margin over Norwegian athlete who was disqualified.
This has been another Bob and Tom Olympic moment in history.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24/7.
Jeff Rothband is our guest. Jeff is a fine comedian.
I actually had to do that once.
What?
Be a pallbearer, and that,
Oh, my
that's
God.
heavy.
Yes,
That's a
it's
heavy
heavy.
job.
Yeah, I actually had to go to a funeral, and I was asked to be a pallbearer, and I always a pallbearer. Never the corpse.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Please.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
And there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hi, Chick.
There's Josh Arnold at the Upside Sidekick desk.
Chick.
There's Jessica Alsman.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. We got an email for Ace coming up. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
Covered a lot of ground today. Very pleased with that.
We're not done.
We have more ground to cover.
Sure.
Dear Ace.
Yes.
I text my grandkids your joke of the day every day.
Oh.
Abracadabrador was from a couple months ago.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Ace! Exclamation point.
Uh-oh.
You know the background on that chick.
That's from Grandma Carol.
Uh-oh.
And we had another one from Andrew. Ace told that joke before.
Boy, I honestly did not remember.
I don't remember either.
Yeah. I also didn't know he had such narcs listening to the show.
I told the powers that be. I did.
But it was fitting because you were working it into the dog talk.
Yes.
So it's appropriate.
It was a very fine joke.
I do a great job of just weaving things in.
We certainly appreciate the fact that
I wish you
listening that attentively.
What's the name of Ace's book?
Unreasonable Confidence.
Yes,
Ace Cosby,
yes.
now in its 9th printing.
Now, here's a question from Eric. Pat Godwin is going to be buying a new couch. And he says, how many guitars are you going to have to pawn to get the new couch?
No, he's working for the couch.
Oh, the gig is the pay as a couch?
There's
Yes.
no buying. And Jeff Oskey is going to open. So
The gig is you get furniture.
Instead of in lieu of, that's nice.
You can go either way. I'm going to go with furniture.
Okay.
Oh, and Oskey's opening? So he gets the ottoman.
Or the Pat
Or the
Coslet's.
side chair.
Yeah.
It's a cool store, and they do cool shows, man. It's a funky little back room.
I'm pretty sure I've been there, and I don't
think
know
I've
how.
been there, too.
It
I don't
is
know how or
awesome.
why.
I think we may have done an
Didn't we
appearance
sign
there.
a dead dog there one time?
Was it there?
I think that might have been it.
No, I
And by
think
that, it was like
in
a stuffed
Ohio.
dog.
It was a stuffed dog.
Someone had stuffed the real dog.
Yeah, it was so
creeped
Just on
me
the
out.
side of the road.
That was awful.
Sign Tippy or something.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't touch the thing.
I think so.
Sorry.
Huge fans of the
Now,
show down there.
we had
Speaking
a
of something gross. Oh.
we had a news story about Snoop Dogg, and he is coming out with his own cereal. This is not a
Snoop
joke.
Loops.
Called Snoop Loops. Yeah, very good. And someone suggested that he should call it Wheaties.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, don't we have
W-E-E-D. And we had Wheaties years ago involving a controversial snowboarder at the Olympics.
Come on, Billy, finish your breakfast.
No, thanks, Mom. I can't take any more. I've had enough.
Oh, honey, come on now. You can have at least one more bowl of Wheaties.
Okay, but only one. I'm gonna be late for school.
Here you go. Oh, wait. Let me get those seeds out for you.
Gee, this is a little harsh, Mom.
Hold it in, dear. It's got plenty of THC to help you get through your day.
Oh, what a rush. Thanks, Dad. I mean, Mom. Right, gotta go to school. Check you later, Mom.
Hi, this is Ross Ribliotti, Canadian snowboarder, on behalf of Wheaties. Wheaties, W-E-E-D-E-Z-E. Wheaties have been on my training table, like, ever since I was a teenager. Wheaties is part of a balanced breakfast, along with a couple of Hostess Twinkie snack cakes, ring dings, and devil dogs. My high school guidance counselor said I'd never amount to anything, but look at me now. I'm an Olympic champion snowboarder. Right. Thanks, Wheaties.
Wheaties, the official breakfast cereal of the International Snowboarders Association, who remind you that if you use Wheaties, you're sure to smoke your competition. Look for specially marked boxes of Wheaties to get your free Olympic ring roach clip.
There you go. Thank you very much, Wheaties. One of the classics, featuring a young Sam, I believe.
Yeah.
In the role of the bull-puffing kid. Now, we've been talking about this all morning, and I guess it's time to get to it.
Oh, man, really?
Yeah, this is weird. You'll be okay. You know.
Would you like a hamburger that tastes like human flesh?
Yes. I mean, what? No.
A Swedish company has created what they are calling a plant-based human meat burger. The company, called Oomph, claims to have conducted extensive research to ensure their plant-based meat tastes like human flesh. The burger, made from soy, mushrooms, and wheat protein, as well as plant-based fats and a mix of various spices, with the aim being to convince meat eaters that plant-based food could replicate the taste of any meat. A disclaimer accompanying an ad for the burger reads, in all caps, "No humans were harmed in the making of this burger." The advertising campaign for the burger won the silver prize at the Cannes Lions Festival.
So the question is, how do they
know?
Make the determination that this is what human flesh would taste like?
Right.
That's pretty tricky.
What, they eat scabs or something?
No.
No, Jessica.
Oh, I'm sorry, Josh. They just literally ate people's shoulders and their hammies.
Because they've been, some of the fast food places have tried these alternate meat things. And I understand, I have an inside guy, they are going to be coming out with the human flesh tasting burger. It's going to be called the McDomber. And they're going to test market.
There's no comedy there.
They're going to test market in Milwaukee. No. Wow. What a weird. I mean, I guess it's getting publicity, so that's the point of this. So
I guess.
Have you tried any of the non-meat burgers?
Yes, I have.
Yeah, a lot of them taste pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like Beyond Burger, stuff like
Boca,
that?
right?
Yes.
I'm not going to order it every time, but yeah, that stuff's better than ever now.
Yep. Yeah, they've done a good job.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, we'll see. Would you like to try one?
God, no.
I really don't think I would.
No.
No way.
What if you try it and you love it, and then you develop a weird taste for it?
Yeah,
Then you become a cannibal. Then God, your life
Oh, I got to kill drifters.
Yeah, you got to kidnap a hobo.
Drifters tend to be a little tough.
They're a little stringy.
Yeah. You want to get the you want to get the idle rich.
You put,
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
A little more fleshy.
yeah, but Ace had it. You put the drifter in a crock pot.
Right. Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay.
Sure.
Yeah,
You guys are gross.
a little bit of accent and a little bit of meat tenderizer.
Hang in there, America. This will all be over pretty.
Yes. When we come back, I promise no.
Well, don't make a
Human
statement
flesh.
like that.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a band called like Cannibal and the Headhunters or something?
Fine Young Cannibals.
Yeah.
Cannibal Corpse.
Cannibal Corpse.
They had a great song.
Okay. When we
sure
come
did.
back, we have coming up Sexy Time
Good
with
thing.
Allie Breen,
Drive me crazy.
and we'll talk about that and some other things. And by the way, congratulations to our guest from this hour, more or less yesterday. Joey Chestnut did set a world record for popcorn eating. We'll talk about that too. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Text us at 888-262-8661. More Bob and Tom next. State law.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, this magician, he gets his job on a cruise ship. So he's working this cruise ship, and he does his act every night. In the front row is the captain of the ship with a parrot on her shoulder. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out his magician's act. So he starts heckling the magician, and it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece of driftwood, and the parrot is sitting on the end of the driftwood, and they stare at each other for 2 days and don't say a word. They just look at each other all mad. Finally, the bird goes, "I give. Where's the boat?"
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
And a good morning to you. Mark Allison along with you here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Sure, it's a week away, so you've got plenty of time to think about it. No time to act right now, but keep it in mind because starting Wednesday, August 31st, you can begin to make your picks in our Bob and Tom Show Pigskin Pick'em Challenge. What are we talking about? Pro football. You pick the winners of the regular season games. You pick the most winners in a week, and you could win a Big Green Egg Mini-Max. The tiebreaker, I believe, is the score of the Monday night game, but you'll have to look at bobandtom.com/contest for all the details. And again, sponsored by the Big Green Egg, and it starts a week from today, Wednesday, August 31st, to make your picks in our Pigskin Pick'em Challenge. And good luck. From all of us here at the Bob and Tom Show, you could win a Big Green Egg Mini-Max. That is like a Cadillac version, a Lamborghini version of the outdoor grill. We had a cookout last Friday. I had some delicious wings, bratwurst. There was some sausage going around. Oh, it was delicious. The Big Green Egg Mini-Max. Again, you could win a week from today is when we start. bobandtom.com/contest.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News. House of the Dragon landed as the most watched series premiere ever for HBO. According to Nielsen, nearly 10 million people watched the Game of Thrones prequel on its first night Sunday, either by streaming or linear TV. That's still probably less than half the number of folks who will eventually see the episode. HBO's been building anticipation for this series all summer. A moldy, waterlogged mess of reel-to-reel and cassette tapes that had been infested with mice has been resurrected as a box set of Blondie music. The music had been stored in guitarist Chris Stein's barn outside Woodstock, New York for decades. Producer Ken Shipley says, unlike a hard drive, analog tapes are very resilient. Shipley and co-producer Steve Rosenthal cleaned up the tapes with the band's blessing to create the 124-track set Blondie Against the Odds. Comes out on Friday. And the National Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame finally has a home. The small Mississippi Delta town of Marks will house the facility that will honor R&B musicians. Local authorities say the facility should be finished in 2 or 3 years. More than 200 artists have been inducted into the Hall of Fame since it was founded in 2013, including Ray Charles, B.B. King, Donna Summer, and the Supremes. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Well, this'll help.
My daddy's a huge, nut for the Beatles. Everything. He's obsessed about the Beatles.
I get that.
Really? And he's got everything. He's missing like one song from his record collection.
What's that?
He needs help.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
Dry at best.
Yeah. I also had trouble buying into the premise.
We all know that your dad's not a Beatles.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online, all the time.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Tonight on Bob and Tom Television's Animal Channel, it's Miracle Pests, the show that examines the unexplained actions and surprising heroics of the smallest and most maligned of animals, pests. We'll take you to Kokomo, Indiana, and we'll meet Roger Mondour and find out how termites ate through his floor, causing him to fall into his basement just before a tornado devastated his home. Next, we'll take you to DeLand, Florida, to tell you the story of Maggie Couder and the mouse who ran up her leg and frightened her so badly she ran out of her house just before it mysteriously exploded. Then we'll go to Segmack, Arkansas, and meet the Cheeseman family. We'll hear their true story. A swarm of Canadian wasps attacked and repelled an armed intruder as the Cheeseman family napped in their home following a baked bean dinner. Finally, we'll meet Harriet Billingsley, who, upon discovering a swarm of pubic lice, rushed to the drugstore to get a bottle of Quell shampoo and, on impulse, purchased what turned out to be $1 million winning lottery ticket. Join host Dick Verman tonight for Miracle Pests. Miracle Pests, only on Bob and Tom Television.
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom.
The corner.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hey.
Josh Arnold at the upside side kick chair.
Hey, Chickster.
There's Jessica Halsman.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Thank you very much, Chick. Chick McGee, of course, is the man behind the fantasy football team, the Guardians of the Commander. In honor of the two most generic, pathetic choices in sports in the last couple of years. Oh, yeah. Totally generic.
Superhero.
Let's join the thousands of teams that already have those names. We have been covering a lot of interesting things this morning, including the human meat burger. Not actually made of human, but a Swedish company has created it. They're saying it tastes like human flesh.
We did that story?
Yeah, we said we weren't going to talk about it when we came back.
Moving along.
Yep.
Man, I've heard of a patty melt, but this is ridiculous.
Oh, that's very
Thank you.
No one liked my McDahmer joke.
No.
What about a Dagwood?
Well, didn't Dahmer eat his victims? Wasn't that the whole
Yes.
thing?
Why are you harping on this?
Yeah, Tom. Yeah.
That's why we didn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Well, so then I asked the question, are there any great bands with the name Cannibal? And then, of course, I remembered Cannibal and the Headhunters. Do you remember this one?
Of course not.
What about Fine Young Cannibals? They're great.
They had a hit.
Yeah, they did.
Land of 1,000 Dances.
The original? Not as good.
No.
This is one of those cases where the
near as
remake
good.
was better.
Much.
Wicked Wilson Pickett.
You don't like the Cannibal and the Headhunters version?
That's a little too slow.
Yeah, drags.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Play some Fine Young Cannibals.
Right, that's the good stuff.
That's the good
Wilson
stuff.
Pickett doesn't have the name Cannibal in his name. And if you're doing a thing about some kind of a strike
Wilson
with a labor
Pickett
union,
didn't do Land of 1,000.
Who did it? Ace?
A lot.
Right.
Wasn't
He's
it Wilson
mentioned in it, right?
Wilson Pickett, y'all. I don't know.
Yeah, he's mentioned it.
How about this one? Is this it?
Around the weeds.
No, I feel alright, children.
I think this is the gospel version.
Take away his Spotify.
Is that also
would you?
Cannibal and the Headhunters?
Please.
It says it is.
Clap with me.
Oh, this must be the live version.
This is a drag. Whatever.
Live from San Quentin.
That's a bummer.
Get your yo-yo.
Yeah, this says extended version. Apparently extended to oblivion. I'm not sure.
Now we're talking.
yeah.
This is a hit.
That's a heck of a hit right there.
Who's
Yeah.
this?
Fine Young Cannibals.
And a real nice guitar for you here at the beginning.
Yeah.
It's real good.
Oh, this is the MTV music.
It was played on MTV, yes.
Yes, the world was changing. And you did not care for it, as usual.
Are you still a little mad about MTV?
Oh, he's mad about lots of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah. MTV created some really bad music.
I don't want to see my music.
This isn't, this isn't bad at all.
No, this isn't bad.
Drives you crazy.
It's terrific.
No, this is not bad.
I feel like I'm in the mall.
Are these guys English?
Yes. Yes, they are.
You remember the Weird Al parody?
Oh, no.
She drives like crazy.
Boy, that word out.
Yeah.
He's on the road right now.
Oh, I've got to see him.
Shut up.
Al with emo.
Oh, that's a definite must see.
How does he get emo off stage? That's what I want. All right, let's wrap. Okay.
Good stuff.
Oh, it's a great song.
I got an Orange
Makes me
Julius.
smile.
Going to get an Auntie Anne's. Oh.
They're going to
Waiting
go
for-
home and watch
waiting
Fast
for-
Times at Ridgemont High.
Waiting for Eddie Grant to come on Electric Avenue.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Oh, I love that song. I do love that song.
Sure, that's a great one, too.
Trying to distract you from the other story.
But eating the human flesh thing.
Oh, you remember Eddie Grant was in another group. What?
Oh, the Equals.
Yeah, the Equals. Yeah.
I love that song.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
Come back, baby. I think it's the name.
Baby, come back.
Boy, I'd like to hear that.
Dun.
You love that song.
I love that you
I do
can
love
drive
that
him like a bus.
I'm trying. Some days I'm not up to it. Today would be qualified.
Yeah.
But, I'm trying.
Once again, Weird Al currently on tour.
With who?
Emo played with him last night in Dayton.
I will open for Al on the road.
Al's got
Think
dates.
of that. 3 hours in a cramped car with that.
I've actually done that.
Yeah.
Al's got dates in Grand Rapids, Benton Harbor, Louisville, Chesterfield, Missouri, home, of course, of the filterless cigarettes. Springfield, Topeka.
We need to get Al in here. He was a childhood hero of mine.
He's been in here twice.
Well, again,
in the studio.
since I've
Here we go. Zeddy Grant.
All right.
All right. Baby.
All right.
Got it.
I love this guitar lick.
Great.
Down, 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 down.
That's a good song.
Okay.
It's no Electric Ed.
Yeah, I prefer Electric Ed.
I don't. That's distilled from the essence of the early
MTV.
MTV,
doing something different. Okay. Well, I won't have it.
Okay, so where were we? Christy Lee once again at the news desk, and I've been told
to shut up,
Miss.
Stop talking about Jeffrey.
Oh, you're making me feel like I'm home.
Sight there. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
I have young children.
I'm having a great time. Shut up, Dad.
Okay, thank you.
Don't say that. Your old children tell you to shut up all the time.
Okay, now,
that's pretty good.
Coming up, we have Sexy Time with Allie Breen. But before we get to that, it's my understanding
that
we have a new version of the Rorschach test. Have you, Halsey, you want to explain this to me?
Is that thing with all those penises on it?
Well, it depends on.
That's the.
I'd say a little bit about you, Willie.
Looks like pictures of my mom.
That's the ink blot test, and you're supposed to. I don't know if that's even valid, if it's still done in the world of psychology.
Well, yeah, I tend to overthink everything, and I was really insecure to share this with all of you. But I heard Josh talk about his bathroom habits earlier, where he pees in the sink.
Sure.
So something that I do in the bathroom or the shower, if you will, when I'm washing my hair naturally gets tangled up.
I am very grossed out by this. I know what it is.
What is it?
That's her hair on the shower
Hair
wall.
gets tangled in my hands, my fingers, so I just throw it on the wall because I don't want to go down the drain and have to clean the drain. It's easier just to throw it on the wall, and then as soon as I'm done in the shower, I'll wipe
Women
it off.
are disgusting.
It looks like a woodpecker.
Look at that.
I'm starting to feel insecure. Willie, let me finish. What do you think this is, though? It's a game I create for myself.
Oh, it's like a Rorschach. So does that look like something to you? Yeah, it does. To me, it looks like a flamingo trying to scratch its own back.
This is very specific. It looks like late in life, Kurt Vonnegut would sign his letters with weird little drawings.
yeah,
it looks like a Vonnegut drawing.
That's
like
pretty
that.
good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good, Willie.
It's kind of little. I was thinking a little Hitchcocky, a little hunched over, maybe.
To me, it looks like your disgusting hair plastered on the tile of a shower.
Well, you know what? My drain doesn't get clogged as quickly because I mean, surely other people out here do this, but it's a fun little entertainment.
I've had exes that did this.
I think you need to look at your diet that you're losing that much hair when you wash your hair.
It's hard hair issues or hard water issues,
okay.
but I try to take care of that. But then this was just one of them, but I have another one. What do you see here, Joshua?
I see a large Victorian woman holding a purse yelling down a hallway.
Incorrect. This is Patrick Star from SpongeBob playing with a yo-yo. Clearly,
Very good. This is a fun game.
I stand corrected.
You can try this. You can try this at home. Somewhat visual.
Now, this is your head hair, right?
yes. I make sure to only include head hair.
Wow.
I don't get anything else tangled in my fingers. It's a little bit harder to get the other on the wall too.
I wouldn't know I got your pants on.
Oh, dear.
But then
You're coming out of it like a scarecrow.
Yeah. Her suit.
Yes.
I don't think it's gross. The next one I think is adorable.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like a cat on a couch.
Exactly.
That is what I think, Tom. It's clearly a kitty cat on my shower
visual.
wall. So it's a way to keep my drain clean because it gets clogged so quickly. So I start out there, and as soon as I'm done with the shower, I either wipe it off, or if I have something like this cute cat, I will leave it for Donnie, and I will ask him, like, hey, what do you think's in the shower?
Sick.
Give me your thoughts. And he'll say, basically, Josh,
sick.
I think it's a crazy person leaving hair on the shower wall.
Did you take photographs of it all?
Well, she obviously did.
Well, I mean, I know for the show, but I mean, do you ordinarily take photographs of it?
Not usually. It's between me and Donnie, and I felt like we were in a safe space, or maybe I just wanted to make sure. Does anybody else do this? Am I that big of a weirdo?
I've had exes that put their hair on the wall of the shower, but they did not make. Yes, they did not make.
They wrote letters like "Free me."
Well, sometimes they kind of work themselves out.
Dear janitor,
Never
save
done
me.
that.
I'm locked in the basement. Stuff like that.
Housekeepers, please. Free me.
I have to say, it's interesting. I've never seen such a thing.
They kind of just work themselves out into shapes. It entertains me.
All right. Now, when do you peel them off?
usually after the shower. So while it's still wet,
nice.
I'll just clean it off and no one sees it. Unless it's a fun
Do you
diagram.
scoop them up and put them in the wastebasket or let them clog your drain?
No, that's why I put it on the wall, so it doesn't clog the drain.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, very
And so I'll just use some TP, wipe it off. Easy peasy.
Well, coming up, we have Sexy Time with Allie Brain.
The opposite of what just happened.
Yes. If you also think this is sexy, please let me know. I will send
now-
you photos.
But first, I want to talk to you about feeling safe and secure.
That's right. Peace of mind, Tom. That's what
right.
you need. And
Can't
that's
buy
what
that, can you?
Well, you can actually with Simply Safe. You should use and trust Simply Safe Home Security. Advanced security technology helps you sleep at night, gives you peace of mind. They always put you and your family's safety first. 24/7 professional monitoring as Simply Safe's agents call you the moment a threat is detected, sending police or first responders in an emergency, even if you're not home or can't be reached. Simply Safe's agents truly care about your well-being and are highly trained to help keep you calm and safe during stressful situations. They'll keep you on the line until help arrives. And Simply Safe customer first policy makes sure you're taken care of with affordable plans starting at less than $1 a day and no long-term contract or hidden fees, because feeling safe at home should not break the bank. Customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes at simplysafetom.com. Go today and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring. You go to simplysafetom.com for that swell deal.
Thank you very much, Simply Safe. Chick McGee has a 9-camera setup at his home.
I do.
It's like he's directing a very complicated game show. Go to Square 7. I got a camera for that. It's simplysafetom.com. Coming up, Sexy Time with Allie Brain. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good morning. I'm Mark Allison, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Thank you, Dr. Will Miller, for the introduction. So glad to have you. And for everything Bob and Tom, check out bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, links to all of our social media sites, our Snapchat, our Instagram, our everything else social media. Bob and Tom VIP also accessible there at bobandtom.com. And, of course, much, much more. Videos you can click on. Ace Cosby telling a joke. There's Pat Godwin singing a song in the performance room. And my gosh, looky there. It's the Bob and Tom Show puppets smacking Tom around. All available at bobandtom.com. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with a look at things you may have missed. Residents of Kiev have woken to air raid sirens as Ukraine observes its Independence Day, exactly 6 months since the start of the Russian invasion to their country. Authorities in the capital banned large-scale gatherings till Thursday featuring the national holiday might bring particularly heavy Russian missile attacks. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky urged the public to be vigilant. A small number of residents gathered at Kiev Central Square. Destroyed Russian tanks and mobile artillery were put on display over the weekend, and the national anthem played every morning at 7 a.m. local time. Wednesday's holiday commemorates Ukraine's 1991 Declaration of Independence from the Soviet Union. Meanwhile, closer to home, the Internal Revenue Service says it's conducting a comprehensive review of safety at its facilities. The action comes in response to an increasing number of threats born of conspiracy theories that agents were going to aggressively target middle-income taxpayers. I mean, they only hired 87,000 new employees. The climate, healthcare, and tax legislation signed into law by President Joe Biden last week included $80 billion in funding for tax collection efforts. Secretary Janet Yellen of the Treasury specifically directed the agency to not focus its attention on taxpayers with middle-class incomes, but misinformation spread rapidly online that agents were going to crack down on taxpayers of all earning levels. I guess we'll see what we will see. And that's a look at things you may have missed. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Looking to buy a new car, but the looking part is getting old hat? Well, maybe you need to try shopping at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors.
Hi. Just stop into Bob Bile Motors and I'll show you my Take a test drive and I'll also let you see my
That's Bob Bile Motors.
And hey guys, during Bob Bile's Celebration Bonanza Days, if you buy a car from Bob Bile Motors, I'll not only show you my and my I'll let you in the And after that, you're in the...
Is that even possible? It is at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors. Why the hell shop anywhere else?
Somebody get me a towel.
Due to pending litigation, Bob Bile Motors is suspending free hot dog Fridays.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like us dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hey, guy, it's Kid Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
If Bobcat called you, wouldn't you keep it and play it for all your friends? Hi, this is Bob Goldthwait, too.
Yeah?
We've got an X-rated movie coming up where I think you're perfect for it. Just give me a call.
I had a phone call from Bono that I accidentally erased.
Oh, no.
Bono?
Yeah, and I was like, ah!
Oh, why'd I do that?
Have you ever heard Bobcat's Bono?
I haven't. I can't do it, but yeah.
I bet you can enough to make us go, oh, my God.
No, but so he called. And
he heard you doing your Bono, and he called you?
Yeah, he was very nice. And then I saw him. I was at Dodger Stadium. Or no, I can't remember what stadium it was. It was very... And he and I met him, and I'm in the, like the stadium doorway.
Mm-hmm.
And he said some very sweet things and very kind, and we talked back and forth. And it was just him and I and one other person. And he starts walking out to do his concert, and he turns around and he takes off those, the fly sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Hey, Bobcat," and he throws them to me. And I catch him, and I go, "Thanks, Mean Joe."
I knew that was coming.
And he goes, "What?" Yeah. I'm like going, oh man, that's one of my best riffs ever. Falling on his deaf Gaelic ears. Yeah.
Hi, man, this is Donnie Baker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I actually have a sexual fantasy associated with the earthquake.
Go.
Well, that woke chick up. In my fantasy, I am making love to this woman.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she feels the earth move beneath her.
Ah, yes.
And then she rolls over on top of me and shields me from debris. Safety first, everybody. Safety first.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Hello, this is comedian John Evans, and you're listening.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Yo.
There's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello.
Hey, look, it's Josh Arnold at the upside sidekick chair.
Chicky.
There's Jessica Holzman. She joins us.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby.
Howdy.
Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. Willie Griswold's here.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
Well, thank you very much. We're hoping to hook up with Allie Breen for a little bit of sexy time. Oh, there she is. And it
Hi,
looks
guys.
looks like she's home.
Yes.
This is a rare occurrence. We were hoping you'd be in Europe, Allie, because I have promised a special feature because you typically do the Allie Breen Sexy Time segment late in the show.
Yes.
And those that listen early, I think, are missing out on all this good advice. So I suggested maybe we one day open the show with Sexy Time with Allie Breen, and got a lot of pushback. They've got your back on this one, Allie. They think that you wouldn't want to get up, and I said, of course you'd love to get up.
No, you're what?
Oh my God.
And then Ace said, well, maybe if we sent you to Paris, so you'd.
Well, I'm sure she'd be fine with that.
We'd all be.
I would wake up at any hour in Paris.
But I think odds are she's probably already going there with the way she travels. So, but yeah, would you like to get up really early just one time and do a special early edition for those great people who listen to the first chunk of our show?
Yeah, absolutely. I would do that for anyone who's missing out on our device because they need it.
Yeah, because those are the hardworking people. They're up early.
Very altruistic.
Yeah.
They need some advice.
Yeah.
Now, before we get to that, we were talking about something yesterday, and I want to get to it. We were talking about rings and wedding rings and the wedding tattoo thing. This comes to us from Matthew. He writes, guys were talking about wedding rings. A friend of mine after his divorce, melted his ring down and had it made into a tiny boat anchor that he now wears as a necklace to remind him not to do that again.
Ah, come on.
That's fun. Why not?
Yeah, I think that's fun.
Made out of lemons.
Let's hear him out. Hang on.
Oh, boy. Yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to kind of answer that question. Thank you very much, Matthew. Now, the way this show works, people who have love trouble or just want advice, maybe just they want to brag about what they're doing, they write Allie Breen on social media platforms everywhere. It's ALLIBREEN. Allie, what have you got?
Dear Allie, me and my boyfriend have always talked dirty about having a threesome. We're very happy and we have a good sex life, but I've actually cheated on him a few times. I just found out that I have an STD and I'm thinking of actually going through with the threesome so that I can blame it on her. Do you think he'd be suspicious?
Boy, there's a lot of bad ideas altogether in this letter.
Wow.
And also kind of genius.
Yeah, it is genius, but dang.
Genius.
You know, the sentence, I've cheated on him a few times.
They're happy. That's the interesting thing.
Josh, you want to
I hope it's one of the curable STDs.
I mean, you're a monster.
You don't think she should give the STDs to two people? Yeah.
Big monster.
Don't give him the. I mean, you got to be honest now.
Yeah.
You won't be though.
No,
he's already got it.
Yeah, I think you're already gonna just do this plan.
Okay.
So
at least it's a fun way to get an STD for him.
Hang on a second. Let's dissect that. So so Allie, you are in favor then of the so-called threesome?
I mean, if she's going to give him an STD anyways, she might as well do it with a threesome.
Forgetting about her for just a second, it sounds like when you say that's a fun thing. So you'd be in favor of a threesome?
Yeah, if he's going to get the STD anyways, why not get it through a threesome?
Tom wants to know if you.
No, it sounds like
he's asking.
It sounds like you are would like a threesome.
You as a reporter, not on this. You personally,
as a person in my regular life, would like a threesome? No, I'm not into threesomes. I can talk dirty about threesomes, but I would never actually want to do it.
So what about the third in this? She's just collateral damage.
Yeah,
she just gets the STD.
Good point.
As well, for no reason?
Gotta do what you gotta do, Josh.
Depending on what STD it is, she probably couldn't give it, unless it's like oral herpes, right?
Well, of course. I mean, I think transmission could happen.
There's all kinds of them.
Yeah, there's the possibility's there.
Huh.
There's all different kinds of them, right? The whole
thing. Also pass it to him.
It's just kind of an evil plan. Why don't you just get yourself cured and then move on?
Yeah, it's an evil plan.
Well, hopefully she has the cure.
So I want to get back to Allie's threesome fantasy. So
she doesn't have one. She said she doesn't have
I'll
it.
go on with other threesome
about it.
Hey, you're killing the sale here.
No, she did.
No, she doesn't know what she just said.
Oh, is this his part?
No.
Where you're going to try to dazzle her with your wordplay and get her to admit to a three-way? That never works, Tom. Stop it.
You're the one with the weird threesome.
Okay. No, the threesome thing never appealed to me. Chick and I have agreed on this forever.
I can't play zone. I won't. I won't do it.
That's right. I'd like to disappoint one at a time. Okay, Allie, let's move on to our next.
Sanitize everybody.
To our next letter. What have you got, Allie?
Okay. Dear Allie, I met the perfect guy. The only problem is when he finishes, he lets out a crazy scream like he's Tarzan or something. I live in an apartment with very thin walls, and he does this no matter what time we have sex. He claims he can't help it. Could that possibly be true?
This is like Tom yawning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, thank you.
No, yes.
You have a Tarzan
he can
now?
absolutely help it.
I would think so as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Put a pillow over your face at the very least.
Mm-hmm. I say
but
go.
Chick's right.
I say as a go for it, buddy.
Oh, yeah, but she
you
hates
think he's
it.
just bragging, like he's like.
No, but that may be
bragging.
part of what knowing that's going to happen. Maybe that's part of what's pulling the trigger there at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right.
Maybe he has a fantasy about Tarzan. We don't know.
Could be.
I don't know.
I think guys like it when girls make noise, but I don't think girls like it when guys do, for sure.
No, there's enough physical evidence there where you don't need the guy to make noise. When the girl makes noise, you go, "Oh, okay, I must have done something."
Allie, we do have Tom's yawn recorded. This is actual. This is real. This is not made up. This is we just happened to catch it one morning, and it went a little something like this. That is Tom yawning.
Is that similar to your oh yell?
Tarzan's
Tom?
dying.
When you arrive, does that kind of come out?
Say it again. Let me hear it. No, that's just before I almost had a heart attack.
What she could do though to make him stop is just start like yelling out his like mom or dad's name when she finishes, and then like, yeah, you don't like that, do you?
No, that's going to ruin
stop.
it for him. You can't. No, you can't do that.
Why don't you just say, hey, can you knock that off?
But it sounds like she tried, and he was like, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't do anything about it.
As Chick McGee once pointed out, specificity is the key to a lot of this.
Yeah.
This guy's specific thing is that's what he has to do in order to have everything else work out.
You think so? Okay, that's interesting. But he should say that. Go, hey, look, babe, it's really only good for me if I can scream.
This is where she should come in and go, hey, look, we need a better apartment.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, Tarzan.
Hey,
I'd like to get on something that isn't a fourth floor walk up, or maybe an elevator, or maybe a house. How about that?
Yeah. Start playing Top Gun
That's
in the
true.
background to hide the noise, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's get on to our next letter. It's Sexy Time with Allie Breen. What do we got?
Dear Allie, my boyfriend asked me to marry him, and now we're barely talking because he didn't ask my dad for my hand first. I can't even tell my family or they'd hate him. Is chivalry totally dead?
I kind of don't get what's going on here.
I don't either. Why doesn't he call her dad then?
Since he's our
I think
dad.
she wanted him to ask before.
Well, for God's sake.
Yeah,
Get over that.
Wait, why are they barely talking?
Because he didn't ask her dad.
So she's mad at him?
Yes.
Yep.
So he should have known I'm supposed to ask your dad first.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, he needs to
I
take
think
his
I'd be
Model
mad if
T.
someone
He needs to
asked
take his
my dad
Model
for-
T and drive over to her dad's house.
Ah, Jesus.
I'm all for it. Just as a cool. I would do it.
No, but it's too late now.
I understand that.
He could still ask.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think
if he
he'd
says
still
no,
ask.
be like,
But for you to get upset at this, if you hadn't already told him that that's what you wanted,
Right.
Yeah, that's
You
not
need-
fair.
You have
Boy.
to understand that's not a normal
I would like to talk
thing.
to your fiance, actually. and
I'd like
tell
to talk him out of something.
Yeah.
Which would be being with you.
I don't understand.
it can be
Wait, Josh, would you
disappointing, but be
ask
mad.
the dad even if your girlfriend didn't tell you to? You
Absolutely.
would just automatically do that.
Yes, I think that's very
Wow.
cool. I think I like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you get down on one knee when you do it?
Oh, I don't know. Probably. I'd be fairly
For the
traditional.
dad?
In front of the dad? That's weird.
Well, if he had second thoughts about me marrying her, I might get down on two knees, depending on how bad I wanted to marry her.
Are you going to wear those knee pads that plumbers use?
I do have to use those in my
There was a
flower
whole
bed.
hit song about this.
Yeah. What was it?
Oh, I can't remember.
Ask my dad.
No. Oh, I should
what
have
it's
kept
called?
my mouth shut.
Baby, was it Daddy, don't you walk so fast?
No. God.
Cats in the cradle.
Asking the dad.
Butterfly kisses.
Yeah, the dad said no because he wasn't good enough, and so they ran off and got married anyway.
They
It was a
killed him.
video.
Okay, that
What?
was good.
Gosh, I can't think of
I
it.
got
Suds in the
19 state crime spree. Yeah, I remember that song.
Yeah.
What you want to do is
Bonnie and Clyde.
I think, Josh, when you do this, you want to give the dad a little present, like a little box instead of a ring, like truck nuts or something.
Isn't that so nice? Yeah.
These remind me of you.
Sir, I'd like to.
I understand from talking to the guys in your golf group that you have unusually large nuts. I do too.
You know,
we have something in common.
Just once, can't we help someone? Just one time.
I don't know how to help this. I'm sorry, ma'am. I don't get why you're upset. I don't get. I think we're missing stuff.
All he has to
The
do
name
is
of
go
the
ask for
song
a
is
blessing.
Rude by Magic. You've never heard that?
No.
Yeah, you have. You just don't know.
Oh, I know. Yeah, we've all heard that
You've
song.
all heard the
Sing it.
song. Yeah. I'm not going to sing it. The show dies.
Okay.
But,
The show died with you just bringing it up.
oh, really, smart ass.
Get him, Christy.
Allie, this for no reason reminds me of something we were talking about earlier. They have these artificial testicles that they put in dogs called Neuteticles. If you're neutering a male dog, some people actually go to the time and trouble and expense to put in artificial testicles. They obviously have them for humans, although they're substantially more in price, it would appear, according to our research.
I understand the human thing, I think, but the dog thing
Would you
is
find
crazy.
it bizarre if in your travels with, not to suggest that you've been with hundreds of men or anything, but in the the handful of guys you've encountered, would you be put off if there was only one testicle in there?
I don't think I'd be put off. Testicles are inherently not very sexy, so the fewer the better.
Yeah.
Why not?
Wow.
Get rid of all of them.
Don't take that to an extreme. I was just curious. I just and then
I don't know if there's
I'd
any
ask
way
what
to,
the story is.
I don't even know if there's any way to really check for a girl how many testicles you got. I mean, there is obviously, but I don't know.
Is that something you bring up while you're dating?
It's
Oh,
an
by the way, before
extensive. Let me see how many testicles you got here or something.
Yeah.
maybe when you go ask the dad about her hand in marriage, he wants to check. Well, Josh, you got them both?
I sure do, sir.
Turn your head and cough.
As you can see, they're both there.
It's a family tradition that we like to check. Last guy she was dating had a magic 8-ball down in there.
Oh, God.
We don't want one of those artificial balls in there.
That would be more alarming than just one.
It seems to me like if they want to go through with this, the easy solution is not tell your family, have him ask the dad, and then tell the family. It's like,
But I'm with Tom on this. I say warn him.
Right.
So somebody's got to warn him.
Okay, let's go to our next letter. It's Sexy Time with Allie Breen. I mean, it's Sexy Time with Allie Breen. What else have we got?
Dear Allie, I have a big family, and there are tons of siblings and cousins who are around the same age, and we all are very close. I'm particularly close to my second cousin, and we played kissing cousins when we were little. Now we're both in college, and we fully hooked up when I went to visit him. Neither of us want to have kids, so there's kind of not a problem, but I think my family might freak out. What should I do?
Define, I can never remember. What's a second cousin?
Second cousin means you share a set of great grandparents.
So it means only the feet will be webbed, not the hands and feet.
Now, naturally, that's not a hard and fast rule.
Right.
Of course. The worst you could expect.
But it might be like they don't want to have the webbed kids, so in a way, no harm, no foul.
Yeah.
Why do they have to tell the family? They want to start dating?
Yeah, I think they want to make this real.
You know, back in the day, first cousins used to get married, and
Yeah.
it turned out okay for the most part. So
Look
have
at
at
the
it.
society we have now. Yeah, we're all good.
I mean, I get this. I have a super hot cousin. I just don't think John's into me like that. You know? So it's probably just not going to happen.
You only share about
Love is
4% of
love.
DNA.
What?
So
You only share one?
about 4% of DNA with your second cousin.
Yeah, but,
but when they mix, they do some damage.
Well, they don't have a baby, it said. So, right?
Just, the problem is explaining how you met when you're out with another couple. Oh, how did you guys meet? Oh,
Hey, look,
family.
the good news is odds are you won't have to get a new driver's license because you've already got the same name.
Well, that's awkward.
Well, and you have to get kids contacts, too, if they need glasses.
What if she insisted
They can't
on
wear
having
glasses. Their eyes are too close together. There's no way.
Just get one big lens.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is tricky. I don't know what.
I don't know either.
Very, very awkward. Although it would
probably
mean
depends on
a
what
lot
state they
less
live in.
money for the wedding reception. You know,
Yeah.
I forget the math. That you'd have to invite what?
But all the family
fewer
be on
people?
one side of the
Bride or groom? Yes.
There we go.
It's a wedding in the round.
Wow.
Oh, well.
Awkward.
Yeah.
It's awkward at best, but
Good for you, I suppose.
it's happened.
You found love. Oh, I mean,
Josh, weren't you telling me that? What was it? I forget what we were talking about. You said there's some porno site that's just dedicated to stepbrothers and step.
That's apparently the number, according to my buddy who's in the industry. He said that's the number one
fantasy
porn these days is what they call taboo, where it's step parents.
Oh, wow.
Step sisters and step brothers,
or parents. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Yeah. That'd be extra sick.
So that must be what's going on there.
Isn't that?
Well, if you want to get a hold of Allie, it's ALL, and I don't mean physically get a hold of Allie. She's
okay.
Just follow her into the park.
ALLIBREEN. And remember,
Yes.
no threesomes. We've established that already. And
I will talk about them.
Allie, you are on stage this weekend?
Yes, I'll be at Mohegan Sun Thursday through Saturday.
All right. We'll see some
At
great
the Comics Roadhouse.
Oh, it's with Allie Breen, and it's ALLIBREEN. Thank you very much. Thanks, Allie. It's always a pleasure. We'll look forward to it. Now, next week, do you want to do the early one?
Sure, I'll
like
do it.
Maybe like a double dose. We'll do one first break, and then
We'll do a two-parter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up for it. Let me know, and we'll figure it out. Get the early birds on board with our advice.
Yeah, boy.
The hardworking folks of America need some advice from Allie. Thank you, Allie.
Absolutely.
Hi, Allie.
Thanks, guys.
Hi, Allie. Have a good weekend.
No, perhaps you're thinking maybe some professional advice would be helpful. Well, the Bob and Tom Show is sponsored by BetterHelp. You take care of your car, don't you? Why not take care of your life, your head, your brain? This is where great therapy comes in from professionals. And now it can be a little easier with some different options. BetterHelp Online Therapy. You can do this with chat only if you want, or you can do it with video or just phone. It's online therapy from BetterHelp. They can hook you up with a therapist in under 48 hours. It's also much more affordable than in-person therapy, and it's easy to change therapists if it isn't working out for you. There's a special offer for Bob and Tom Show listeners. You can get 10% off your first month if you go to betterhelp.com/BT show. Do it for yourself. You can't take care of everybody else unless you're taking care of yourself. Betterhelp.com/BT show. 10% off your first month of online therapy. That's BetterHelp, H-E-L-P, betterhelp.com/BT show. When we come back, we have some more history for you and some important things about life. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Renee Hicks has joined us in the studio.
Morning, Renee.
Good morning.
Quite the sportswoman, I can
Oh,
tell
yes,
from your
yes, yes. And we were talking about the WNBA. I just want to know, like, will there be, like, feminine hygiene commercials, like, sponsoring it? Because I think those things got to go. They're just too damn nasty. I mean, they got to stop. They got to stop talking about women's genitalia. I mean, and these women talking about douche. We don't do that, men. We don't go to the beach talking about douche.
You don't?
You know? No, we don't. And see, I never want to see a black woman do that.
Mhm.
Because you know they would have her just acting crazy, just walking along going, oh, girl, I ain't seen you in a... Damn, Shaniqua, is that you stinking like that, girl? Well, you need to douche your nasty ass. There's a whole family of seagulls following your nasty ass. Damn.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
If you want to turn your daddy parts orange, eat some Cheetos and watch some porn.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hope you're having a great morning. I know I am. Thanks for being here with us this morning. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. We learn a lot during the course of the Bob and Tom Show in the morning, and we'll be back with a look at things we learned today and a look at history on this August the 24th. And Tom Griswold will be our history professor when we come back. History and things we learned right around the corner. We're not done with you knuckleheads yet. Stay tuned. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News Update. Residents of Kiev have awoken to air raid sirens as Ukraine observes its Independence Day exactly 6 months since the start of the Russian invasion. Authorities in the capital banned large-scale gatherings until Thursday, fearing the national holiday might bring particularly heavy Russian military attacks. Ukraine President Vladimir Zelensky urged the public to be vigilant. Today's holiday commemorates Ukraine's 1991 Declaration of Independence from the Soviet Union. Millions of Americans are awaiting to learn the fate of their federal student debt as President Joe Biden prepares to deliver on his campaign promise to provide up to $10,000 in debt cancellation. Details of the plan have been kept closely guarded, but borrowers who earn less than $125,000 a year would be eligible for the loan forgiveness. And a man has died after falling from a peak in the Austrian Alps as he was trying to take a photo of his companion, of whom he reached the summit. The 77-year-old German and his companion, a 63-year-old Spanish woman, hiked to the peak some 9,416 feet above sea level on the Austrian-Swiss border. On Sunday, the man took a picture of the woman next to the cross marking the summit. Then he stepped back to take a photo from farther away. That's when he fell down a rock face about 197 feet, sustaining fatal injuries. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
The one poll survey reveals average person will spend 36% of their life online. And in a lifetime, that amounts to 17,369 Instagram posts, 9,369 Instagram stories, 10,680 Facebook posts, and 8,911 tweets.
So 5,000 are pictures of food.
1,000 misinformation. You're just throwing stuff out there.
3,000 are your legs in front of a beach.
Right.
Oh, I love that.
My office. I don't mind the picture. I'm like, oh, good for you. But then I go, put the phone down.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Essential morning radio all day and all night.
Really? No, seriously. Really?
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Most unfair thing about life is the way it ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
With a death. What's that, a bonus?
No.
Life is tough. It should be reversed. You die first. Get it out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Then you live in an old age home. You get kicked out when you're too young. You get a gold watch. You go to work. You work for 40 years till you're young enough to enjoy your retirement. Go to college. You do drugs, alcohol. You party. You get ready for high school. Go to school. You become a kid. You play. You have no responsibilities. Become a little baby. Go back into the womb. Spend your last 9 months floating. You finish off as a gleam in somebody's eye.
Oh, nice.
Bravo.
That's perfect.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
We're speaking with comedian Jim Gaffigan. What else is your life? What are you into? Do you have hobbies? Do you like weird food? You're a drug addict? Anything cool to talk about?
I love food. Food is my. Are you a drug addict? I'm very pale, but not a drug addict.
I'd like to be a drug addict just for a little while.
I love food. I even enjoy watching people make food. But you ever notice the Food Network is far more interesting when you're hungry? You know, when you're full, you're kind of like, this is stupid. But when you're hungry, the Food Networks are like porn. You're like, oh, yeah. Whip it up, baby. Make it for me. I love eating late at night, too. You know, you're not supposed to eat late at night. And then again, you're not supposed to drink booze in the morning.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Well, hey, Chick.
Hey, there's Pat Godwin in the performance room.
Hello, Chick.
Hey, Pat. There's Josh Arnold.
Chick.
At the upside sidekick chair. There's Jessica Alsman.
Hey.
Hey, there's Ace Cosby.
Hey, Chick.
Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Yo.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom Griswold.
Now, since we already did part of our Today in History segment, I thought that perhaps we could call on Mr. Godwin.
What would you like?
Well, Pat.
Well, we can't forget today's Reggie's birthday.
Reggie
Miller.
All right.
Reggie.
31.
Reggie.
Boy, he's become quite the dirt bike racer. Have you seen that?
Okay. I'm glad you said bike racer.
I thought you were going to say
What the hell do you think I was going to say?
I don't know. Who knows?
Am I right, Chick?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, well, good for him.
Yeah.
Well, that was a habit of one of his other teammates from way back. But the larger point here is...
well, that guy's on motorcycles. This one is, he's riding a bike.
Okay.
Reggie is.
I think it was Rick Smith's birthday yesterday, too.
Oh, yeah,
Was it
that's
really?
right. Yeah.
I wonder if they've had a fun little weekend party together.
Well, they might have.
Rick's on a dirt bike.
That'd be nice to think
Who are
of.
these guys, athletes?
Yeah, thank you, Josh. Pat, could you do your tribute to being a dad with the back-to-school thing going on? I think it's kind of appropriate this time of year with school buses everywhere.
Yeah.
And hold on.
Did you not?
I'm just looking at the list of things we talked about doing this morning.
Oh.
What do you got here? Cats in the Cradle parody?
Yep.
My son arrived 11 years ago. We're gonna play catch. I'll teach him how to throw. How to pee in his name in the fresh white snow. He can come watch me at my comedy show. He was cursing when he's 5, and as he grew, he said, I want to be like you, Dad. I want to be a comedian, too. And now the kid's in trouble with the principal. He says your boy's working blue and quite original. He's singing about pubes and Beavis Gone Bad. Said he learned this from his dad, sir. He learned this from his dad. I have to move the page up because I wasn't prepared for this song, but I'm ready right now. Was back in school just the other day. He got off the bus and all he had to say was, Dad, I don't need math. The answer's on my phone. Can I do what I want? Learn on my own. And as I thought about it, it occurred to me, my boy was just like me. Yeah. He'll flunk math just like me. And he said, pull my finger, Daddy-o. I had to smile as he let one go. He makes armpit sounds like he's cutting the cheese. My boy is just like me. Yeah. No need to test for paternity.
That is so nice.
Nice fade out.
Very nice. Proper outro.
And we'll finish that other one we were working on at Josh and the Ladle.
Josh and the Ladle and a silver spoon. Eating that chowder before noon. He loves his breakfast soup and he don't know why.
His breakfast soup. It's so funny for something.
There's gravy on his Cocoa Puffs. We don't know why.
Fatty, fat, then a fatty, fat.
The fattest of the fat and these fatty fat.
You're not fat.
Time now for Today in History.
Stop it. Fat. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Today in History. There he is.
Thank you very much. In the year 79.
Yeah.
79.
Wow. That's not enough years. You got to add about 1,000 to that.
You're going back now.
Mount Vesuvius erupts, devastating Pompeii and Herculaneum, which sounds
I didn't know what hit him.
Herculaneum sounds like
an Avengers place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where Zeus lived.
79, you'll recall famously, was the year the disco went out of fashion.
That's right.
Because the molten rock
Sure.
killed all the lights.
Boy, what if there was somebody in Pompeii, one of those frozen figures doing the John Travolta point?
That would be great. You ever been there?
No, I haven't, but I've only seen the Pink Floyd live concert there on tape, and that thing's awesome.
Tom's been there.
I was.
You've been to Pompeii? Oh, that's right.
The guy
That's right.
and our guide, he said, "This is for the men only." And he took us all to the side. You had to give the guy $10, and then he takes you to a place, and there are all these etchings of guys with erections and stuff. It's very weird.
It's pretty wild.
Guys,
Why is that for
This is
guys
for the
only?
men only. I don't know.
Now, why would that be for the men?
I mean, it would offend
the
you
ladies would
ladies.
like to
The
see
whole thing
those.
was
Like
just-
to put yours against this and compare.
Yeah.
Anything for an extra buck. Let's see. Happy birthday to, we already mentioned Kenny Baker, who of course is R2D2. We think he was locked in that little suit.
Yeah, locked in. That's what they did. You're not coming out till we get take 4.
Okay, how about this one? 1944. You'll know this, Halsey. Rocky Johnson's birthday.
The Rock's dad.
The Rock's dad. Very good, very good. Speaking of that sort of thing, Vince McMahon, born on this date in 1945.
A hell of an entertainer.
Steve Guttenberg,
Charlotte,
from the Police Academy movies and a couple of other really good ones. Is he still out there?
He is, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we mentioned Dana Gould.
Yep.
And Reggie Miller.
Reggie.
And lastly, the great comedian Dave Chappelle, born on this date in 1973.
Dope.
And the fine author John Green. And do you know who this guy is? Rupert Grint.
Yes. He played Weasley, right?
Yeah, and
Ron Weasley,
Harry Potter movies, yeah.
Grint.
Yeah.
That sounds like a slang term for a turd. And you see that grint I left?
Yeah.
What?
Why'd you had to give me an upper decker? There's a grint floating around.
You have a one-track mind.
2-track.
Time now for things we learned
I
today
am corrected, sir. You are right.
on the Bob and Tom Show. Hey, Joey Chestnut did beat the world record for eating popcorn.
JoJo Munches.
That's right. Tomorrow morning with Jessica Hooker, we're going to hollow out a hot dog and suck a beer through the made straw there, I guess.
We're calling Joey, by the way, the Colonel.
Yes.
Willie, let's see, did become friends with a woman who had just one nipple ring.
It's pretty cool, ladies. Pretty cool stuff.
And you chained a dog leash to her? Is that what
No, I did not do that.
Is that what you did? Is that how you treat your women, Willie?
Twisted fantasies.
Wow.
What am I doing? Am I kidnapping
Just
her now?
animals to you, huh?
What's going on? Just from you.
Josh,
These bitches himself.
Josh can't turn it off, as you can tell.
Oh, boy. It's a blessing and a curse, my friend. I'm on fire today.
Even off the air, Josh, today.
Even off the air, Christy was going to get something from her alpaca friend, and Josh mused.
Oh, you're going to get an alpaca? Boy, that's good.
King
it gets better every time.
You're working overtime today.
Kenny Tarmac invented the putter flask, which evidently already exists.
No, there's a driver. There's not a putter. So
and don't forget Sunday.
Flutter.
I'm sorry. So the driver, you fill it with booze.
Yes.
And what's it called again?
Driver.
The drunk driver.
Monday.
See, he can't stop. And Tom,
I'm too good.
His autobiography is going to be called A Normal Natural Man.
No, it's going to be called I Spoke Too Soon.
Yes.
This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. Even though we're not too much to look at, you can also watch the show on our YouTube channel.